We are live.
Good morning.
Good morning. We are live from Crozet. Welcome to our virtual Crozet Fall Arts and Crafts Festival. We are so glad that you can join us and over 90 amazing artists and exhibitors who have tiles below our live stream here. Visit their tiles, check out their amazing works of art. Some of them have videos, some of them will be giving studio tours as part of their virtual booth. You can click on their buttons between now and 2 o'clock to talk to them directly, ask them any questions you have. You can also shop on their websites and visit their social media pages. We'll be here, Margot and I'm Eva Haar, I'm the festival director. And
I'm Margot Diaz, Crozet resident.
For a long time. You've lived here a long time, right? It's been a while. So we'll be here doing live interviews with some of our artists, doing demos. We'll also have special musical guests for your entertainment. So we hope you are able to sit back and enjoy the sights and sounds of Art Festival as close as we can get to the real thing. In the time of COVID.
Yep, it's a beautiful day. Curl up on your couch with a cup of coffee. I've got mine. Do some shopping, support the Crozet Arts.
And you can live chat with us too. If you log into our live event, which if you're watching this, you probably are logged in. Then you can send us a chat in the chat window and we'll be able to respond to you in real time. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if there's anything you want to know, just shoot us a chat.
All right, let me start with a little info here.
Yeah.
Crozet Arts and Crafts Festivals were started in 1980 to support and benefit Claudius Crozet Park, a nonprofit community-owned and operated park in historic Crozet, Virginia. Through the years, the festivals have become a destination for exhibitors and shoppers alike. The quality and diversity of fine art and handmade craft work is truly impressive and speaks to the reputation of that the festival has cultivated among the artisan community and the support of dedicated volunteers, patrons, and customers.
So throughout our live stream, we'll be telling you about some of our artists. We'll be doing artist interviews and demos, and we will also have some musical performances. So 2 artists that we'd like to tell you about now both have their works up for bidding in our silent auction. You can check out our silent auction by going to crozetfestival.com and following the link there. We have, I think, 27 amazing works of art up for auction. Our fundraising goal for the auction is $3,000. We are also accepting donations either through our website or on the auction site to support our festival and Claudius Crozet Park. But back to Blue Dog Originals, who has 2 amazing pieces in our auction. The artist behind Blue Dog Originals is Beth Wright. Her craft specializes in using reclaimed cedar wood wall art with flair. As a woodworking artist, Beth is continually inspired by the world around her and looks forward to each new piece that she creates. Visit our silent auction to bid on Ocean Sunrise, a piece of reclaimed cedar wood wall art, and Snowy Night. It's beautiful.
I kind of want that.
Made using reclaimed cedar and featuring 5 snow-capped mountain peaks under a moonlit sky. Also be sure to stop by Beth's virtual booth below and say hi.
Is that me?
It's you, yeah, about Alton.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
All right, the next artist we'd like to mention is Alton Clark of Alton Clark Glass. Alton was the winner of our Director's Choice Award at last year's Fall Festival. Alton experiments with multicolored, textured, modeled, or stippled rolled art glass, 10 lead solder with copper patina, and solid copper frame and chain. Inspired by personal travel and published photographs, he designs stained glass panels that interpret his impressions of natural landscapes, skyscapes, seascapes, and planetscapes. I sound like an infomercial.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alton. Alton chooses glass styles, textures, and colors to evoke location, hour, weather, and season. He captures flowing natural boundaries and interprets them with a straight line for a horizon or a circular arc for a moon, sun, or planet. And polarity with most stained glass artists, Alton uses a small number of relatively large glass pieces, joined and framed by the rich warmth of copper. Alton's work reflects his love for creative inspiration, language, vision, exercise, design, and execution. Visit our silent auction to bid on a beautiful stained glass panel from Alton Clark Glass.
So, Marco, I think we are live on Facebook, but I don't think we are streaming on Booth Central.
Front row.
So I am trying to figure out what is happening there. Because I see a lot of our vendors are already ready, or a lot of our artists and exhibitors are ready to chat with you in their tiles. So you can just click on chat and they'll be there to say hello. And I will try to figure out what is going on here so that you can see us on our Booth Central site. While I do that, let me welcome Anvil, Fire, and Time, who is up next in our live stream. As a child, Rajan, Rajan, hopefully we're saying that close to right, of Anvil, Fire, and Time would curl up in a corner of her house and spend days and nights reading any book she could get her hands on. She developed an unquenchable curiosity and the need to always know more. Eventually, she could not resist the sheer magic of life processes and embarked on a career in biology. A few years after settling in southwestern Virginia, health issues led her to reconsider her health choices. Arts and crafts helped her first with physical recovery, then with finding peace of mind and a new sense of purpose. Silversmithing in particular offered a new way of expression for Rajan. She had been interested in metalwork for more than a decade, but then never really had a chance to give it a try. A beginner workshop was all she needed to get hooked, and her skills improved with practice. She grows more passionate about silversmithing every day.
Anvil, Fire, and Time mainly uses sterling silver, but also enjoys playing with copper and brass. Rajan believes texture is the most appealing feature of any metal object, and she achieves a wide variety of it through reticulation, hammering, roll printing, and stamping. Patina's genuine gemstones and pearls add color, dimension, and mystery. Anvil, Fire, and Time aims at creating pieces that are contemporary and that complement any outfit. The idea is that when you have a love of a piece of jewelry and you can't stop wearing it because it has become a part of you, it should go with any of your clothes, any shoes, any haircut. It has to be timeless, easy, yet substantial, unique, yet universal in its appeal. And more importantly, it has to make you feel good, empowered, and confident in your being a special person. Now we invite you to see Anvil, Fire, and Time at work in her studio.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Rajan and Anvil Fire in Time. Next, we are so excited to have Rebecca Grow, who's the designer of Artful Boxes, joining us for a live interview. Rebecca came to the visual arts world after a long and successful career as a director.
Thank you so much.
And as an actress. Oh, we've got some feedback.
Well, that means the audio is working, maybe.
And as an actress in theater, films, and television. During her first watercolor class, she fell deeply in love with a medium that encourages the artist to allow the watercolor paints to flow, mingle in the water, and create new colors. Rebecca began to work with watercolor in boxes, which she calls Artful Boxes. A tradition for her in the theater was the gift of miniature boxes to the cast on opening night. Since then, Rebecca has collected boxes, but now, with her work combining watercolor paintings on the boxes, she calls the boxes art on a box. Most recently, she is adding details made with carved wood, polymer clay, and paper to produce a sculpted area on the painting.
Artful Boxes uses reclaimed cigar boxes. The paintings are done on Arch's 300-pound watercolor paper. The process is like doing a regular watercolor painting, but it's laid out as it will appear on the box. Once the painting is complete, she preps the box to prepare to accept the paper. Then the painting is cut and mounted on the box. Notice how the images flow down the side of the box and are designed to provide a different view of the subject as the box is turned. Be sure to visit our silent auction to bid on one of Rebecca's stunning Artful Boxes. It's beautiful. I think it has an iris on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Along with one of her newest additions, a watercolor bracelet. And after our interview, you can chat with Rebecca below in her virtual booth.
And actually, while we're waiting for Rebecca to sign into the studio, I just want to say hello to everyone and apologize that our live stream didn't start on time on Booth Central. I think everything was fine on Facebook, but for those of you tuning in on Booth Central, hello, welcome. Good morning. We are so excited to have you join us for the virtual Crozet Fall Arts and Crafts Festival. If you haven't had a chance yet, go below and visit some artist booths. See their tiles, watch their videos, explore their amazing work. Some of our artists have virtual booths set up, some are giving studio tours. Most will be available until 2 o'clock today to live chat with you. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, you can talk with them directly. Margot and I will be hosting you through our live stream as we do artist interviews and demos and have some musical entertainment for you. We also want to remind you to visit our silent auction, which has, I think, 27 items up for bid from our amazing artists, including Rebecca Grow. And our goal with the silent auction is to reach $3,000. So I hope you can help us reach that goal. We also encourage you to donate to support our festival and park. You can do so on our website, crozetfestival.com. And your donations benefit Claudius Crozet Park directly. And we're very grateful for any donations, both large and small. I also wanted to mention that the demo we showed from Anvil Fire in Time, we are figuring out our audio issue. Yeah. We will replay that again later so you can watch it with the narration, but we are still kind of figuring out how to do that. I don't think we have Rebecca in the studio, do we? No, but no problem. We have an interview I did with Rebecca in the spring where she talks about her work that we can play for you now. So if you just give us a minute, we will set that up and you can hear from Rebecca all about her amazing work. Oh, and if you have any questions for us and you're on the Booth Central site, you can chat with us. There's a little chat window next to our live stream. Let us know. Let us know that you're watching. Say hello. Let us know if you have any questions. I see some folks are chatting about their cats joining in the live broadcast. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened here too. Yeah, we have my dog joining us under the table. So yeah, we want to hear from you.
I think on Facebook too, you can probably add some comments or questions there on the Facebook live stream, and I have that right in front of me in case anybody is on there. And I've got to just make sure that my audio is not on. There it is.
Okay.
All right.
All right, and here we go. Here is Rebecca Grow. Well, hello there.
Hello.
I would love to start by having you tell us your name and telling us a little bit about what you do.
Okay. My name is Rebecca Grow. It was when I was in the theater. I was in the theater for a long time. Rebecca Taylor Grow. If you want to look me up on the internet, you can. But I work in the media. I started with watercolor. Somebody talked me into taking a class. I was in Matthews County, and at the Bay School, I took my first class, and I fell deeply, deeply in love with visual arts because I had been working collaboratively for my entire life as an actress, a director, a producer, and a teacher in the theater in New York and LA and all sorts of weird places. So I was happy.
That was a big transition for you from theater to painting.
Oh, it was, but I was living in Matthews County, and I came down from New York, and I had friends that were doing some theater at William and Mary, so I came and directed for them, and I fell in love with the birds on the water. It was right after 9/11. I think it was a year after that. And so I moved down here, and there wasn't enough theater to keep me busy, so somebody talked me into a class, and as I like to describe it, I fell deeply in love, and after the class, I came home and took all of my scripts and I gave them away. Really wonderful not to have to answer any questions and to be the source and control of what I was doing, because the theater's collaborative.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what did you start with?
I started with watercolor, and I was doing 2D work. And then the Bay School had an auction, and we were doing table settings that were our favorite painters. And I chose Georgia O'Keeffe, and I did this table setting, and I did these boxes, and I copied her paintings. It was just a table setting. And then they auctioned the settings, and somebody bought it, and I thought, oh, this is a good idea then. I fell in love with boxes, and I fell in love with the fact that I could paint and I could use my hands, because I always liked when I was a kid to go down to my dad's workshop and dump all the things out and try to fix my hair dryer or whatever it was, hammer. So the boxes give me a chance to do craft, and I never thought I would do craft, but it is fascinating and wonderful, and those people who are craftspeople are to be admired because they work hard.
Oh, I absolutely agree. Was it the table setting that got you into painting the boxes? Is that how that happened?
I painted these boxes, and they were, now I work with wood boxes that I get. I reclaim them. What I did was, what I do now that nobody showed me how, it just sort of developed. I do a painting like it's laid out in terms of what the box looks like, because the paintings start on the top and they flow down over the sides of the box, so that you have 5 ways of viewing the subject. And it's also a design dilemma, because when you're laying everything out, you have to know where they're going to come together when it's cut, because you do this painting that sort of looks like a cross, and then you cut it, and if they don't match, the sides don't match, you're really not happy. In fact, I'm in my studio, part of my studio now, and there's a painting drying behind me, and then what happens is you cut.
Can't see it. We just see the we see the beautiful forest.
Much better that way. So when you cut it, you have these pieces, and then they are mounted on the wood box. The box is cleaned and it's sanded, and all kinds of things happen to the box to make it new again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I glue the painting onto the box, and then there are 3 different finishes that go on to the watercolor painting. The first one is so that the watercolor won't run.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one is a kind of a base, and then the last one is a UV substance, which means that they can stand the light.
Okay. And I saw some of your beautiful work on your website. Do you primarily do flowers and nature motifs?
I do. I'm not very good with a straight line. So doing architectural things are not in my wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So I do what I love. I do some animals, but I do a lot of nature.
Can you remember one that might have been your favorite, or is there a particular design that you like doing more than others?
Well, what happened was, after I learned how to do these boxes and I discovered people liked them and people were buying them, then I, like all artists, they go, oh, well, what can I do next? So I began to sculpt
Mm-hmm.
the boxes, and I use paper and I use wood, so I whittle, and then I also use some clay. So that's the process that I'm in now. And the one that is my favorite is called The Fallen Hero. And when we moved from the Bay to the Shenandoah Valley, the place that we moved into, they cut down a tree, and this tree had been there for a very long time. It was very big, and it had this very gnarly box, and I thought, oh, it's a fallen hero.
Mm-hmm.
And that led me to all kinds of things. There was a Pulitzer Prize winning book in the 2018 called The Overstory,
Mm-hmm.
and it was about trees and about the fact that we cut them down, So anyway, The Fallen Hero, and the box is a square that looks like a section of a cut tree.
Okay.
And on each side, you see where the cut happened. And then you see the log and all the things that happen with the sculpting, the clay and the other wood and the painting. And it's old and fallen and dead. But then when you open the box, it flips open, and there's 1, 2, 3, there are 4 sides, and you see the tree as it was when it was beautiful and alive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. So it's led me to a lot of trees. I was out this morning walking around where we live, and there are some wonderful trees that will be showing up.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything you're working on that you could show us now?
That would mean I have to get up. Are we okay? These, of course, I call these my children.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tree. Can you see it?
If you hold it, no, it's just blending into the background. I saw it for a second, but
it wants to see. It's a magnolia tree.
okay.
It's somebody that has a lot of moss on it. This is another one. This might show up better.
Okay. Yep, I can see that one.
This is an orchid.
Uh-huh.
And there are
you mentioned Georgia O'Keeffe as one of your influences. I can see that.
I just love who she was as a human being and what her feelings were, and I love to look deeply into flowers, and then this is interesting because it opens up to another thing. And sometimes I put things on the inside.
Okay, we can see it a little bit. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
Come to the website. I've got a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've got a lot of new things to put up. So I'm going to be doing that in the next few weeks. And people, I just love the fact that we're doing this. It's gave me a reason to turn off the news and get busy.
Yes, absolutely. So is your website the best place for people to go see your work and to purchase your boxes?
So I think so. I'm not quite sure how I understand how that's going to happen. I have a website. It's RebeccaGrow.com, and they can purchase on the website. I'll get that all put together and hopefully.
Great. Yeah, absolutely. We'll have this interview on our virtual festival. We'll have it on our social media. So that'll all link to your website, and hopefully a lot of people will go check out your beautiful work and see
Thank you.
what you've been working on. Is there anything else you'd like to mention that I haven't asked?
Let me look at my note. I think what is interesting for me is, people say, "Oh, I make very beautiful things," but what interests me about nature is that it is a beauty, and it is very fierce.
Mm-hmm.
And both of those things drive me to want to paint it, to catch it, to I have a one of my personal boxes that's upstairs, which is a blue heron is hanging on with its claws to the nest, and both of its wings are wood that I had carved, and it's called Shelter in Place, which
Right.
when I was on the bay, we would have terrible storms, and I thought, what did they do? Where did they go? How did they survive? They'll leave their babies, So, yeah. So.
Oh, well.
But I think that's it. I will be putting on my website also a way for people who have gotten some work before, let them know about this. And I don't know. I don't have any more.
No, that's wonderful. Thank you. No, Rebecca, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with me and share about your work and your experiences and about yourself. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, Rebecca. As we mentioned earlier, be sure to pop into Rebecca's virtual booth below and see more of her amazing work, and visit our silent auction for your chance to win one of her artful boxes and a watercolor bracelet.
Next, we have a special treat for you from longtime beloved Crozet Arts and Crafts Festival. Yeah, longtime beloved Crozet Arts and Crafts Festival performers Kim and Jimbo Carey. Kim and Jimbo are award-winning musicians that have been providing joyous and festive music for concerts, festivals, schools, libraries, and museums across the state of Virginia for 20 years. Welcome, Kim and Jimbo.
Hi, everybody. We're Kim and Jimbo Carey, and we're happy to be here supporting the Crozet Festival online. We just played a medley of old time tunes, starting out with the Fly Around, My Pretty Little Miss, or Western Country. And then the second one was Old Molly Hare, and we ended up with Soldier's Joy, or I Love Somebody. We're going to do get Jimbo on guitar here and do the old Wildwood Flower and Freight Train.
You want to kick it off? Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, so they won't know which route I'm on. When I die, bury me deep, way back down on Chestnut Street, so I can hear old number 9 as she goes rolling by. Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, so they won't know which route I'm on. We'd like to do a couple tunes written by Jim Childress of Albemarle County, Virginia, a fine musician and tune writer. And these two tunes were written many years ago. The first one is Down by the Creek, And the second one is It's
It's
All
all
Right
right
Now.
now.
Kick it off, my dear.
Thank you, Jim Childress. Those are beautiful tunes.
I wrote the next tune in honor of Ruth Graves, who lived in Nelson County for many years. Here's a picture of her showing off her beautiful quilts that she made by hand by herself for many years up in Nelson County. When she passed away, I wrote this song so that we could all remember her. And here's an example of one of her beautiful quilts.
Yeah, people brought her different colored fabrics and she just patched it together. We got one when we got married about 40 years ago. So this is called Great Grandma's Song.
We'll get Kim to play the lead guitar here. And I'll start it off with the verse. Sounds good. In the shadow of the Blue Ridge Mountains, in a white house on top of a hill, Mrs. Graves was sitting so, and the years would come and go. Though her eyes grew dim, she quilted still. She made quilts for her kid folk. She was great-great-grandma. Each child welcomed in with love and care. And with each baby born, there was a quilt to keep them warm. With every stitch, she murmured loving prayer. She smiled most all the time, her face so deeply lined. Gnarled hands from endless work and chores. If there's a quilt for me in heaven, I'm sure that she'll be there. It's sometimes chilly on God's golden shore. She made quilts for her kinfolk. She was great-great-grandma. Each child welcomed in with love and care. And with each baby born, there was a quilt to keep them warm. With every stitch, she murmured loving prayer. And with each baby born, there was a quilt to keep them warm. With every stitch, she murmured love and prayer. Very nice.
We love Mrs. Graves.
Very nice.
She helped us make apple butter in the fall.
And we'll do some gospel tunes. The first actually is a well-known
All right, we're back, everybody. Sorry about that, Jim and Carrie. Something froze up on you, but we really appreciate you being a part of our festival. You guys have been a part of the Arts and Crafts Festival and many local festivals for so many years, and it's always such a pleasure to see you guys perform. We do have Rebecca with us now. I'm going to add her so that we can chat with her for a few minutes so that she can say hello. I thought we had Rebecca. Rebecca, can you hear us? Okay, maybe not. We'll move on. Next, we are excited to welcome Wendy. What? Oh, there's Rebecca. All right, let's try this again. Hi, Rebecca.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear us? I think your sound is off. All right, we have Rebecca frozen as well.
This is the age of technical glitches, isn't it?
Rebecca, can you hear us? Okay, well, I don't think we have a good connection, so we are going to move along and maybe we can come back to Rebecca a little later. We do want to introduce Wendy Worstline from Wren Pottery up next. Wendy is currently in the process of setting up a studio and building a life as a studio potter in Floyd, Virginia, which is an amazing place. I missed Floyd this year.
My mom's there right now.
Oh, nice. She also teaches pottery at a local community arts center in Roanoke, Virginia.
Wendy's affected by the flow and line patterns in nature and explores these patterns and forms in her pots. Her work moves towards a more organic appearance, often altered away from the perfect circle of the wheel. I love that, the different, how it's just unique in that way. For Wendy, it's a conscious choice each day to make pots, to entice others to use and share them. I'm sorry, in the forms that she chooses. Whether you enjoy a cup of tea alone or share a meal with a friend, each experience is enhanced by the presence of handmade objects. Wren pottery is made of porcelain clay and is fired in an electric kiln to cone 10.
Let's welcome Wendy now for a live interview. And after the interview, be sure to visit her virtual booth below, along with all the other artists that are down there who you can chat with live, which is really awesome. And check out the beautiful serving bowl from Wren Pottery that is up for bid in our silent auction. You can get there by just going to crozetfestival.com and clicking on that link. All right. Welcome, Wendy.
Hi. Can you hear me?
There. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Great. There we go. So, Wendy, tell us a little bit about yourself and your beautiful work.
Oh, okay. Well, I used to be a high school science teacher. So I taught biology and human anatomy in North Carolina for 10 years. But 12 years ago, I left that job and went back to school for ceramics. And I went to Haywood Community College, which is west of Asheville, for a couple of years. And then I moved to Floyd to apprentice with Sylvie Granatelli and worked for her for 2 years. So I've been on my own now for 9. And I moved in Floyd, and I used to do craft shows, but do craft shows now as we've adapted to our situation. I do some wholesale. And I'm part of a collective here in Floyd of 16 Hands, and we organize studio tours twice a year. So, this life is around and about adaptation and making things work as things change. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Great. Can you tell us a little bit about how you make your pieces? And also, we wanted to let folks know, if anybody has questions for Wendy, you can ask us on the chat, and we can let Wendy know if you have a question for her.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Let's see. Yes, there's no pots in the studio now because everything got fired, and most of it's on the Etsy store now for our craft show today. And so I just now started my making cycle. So I'll start today off with about 24 mugs and then move on to some other things. So these particular forms start on the wheel, and then they'll have their handle added. But a lot of my work is altered, sort of away from that circle, as you mentioned earlier. I love the functionality of pottery, so it's really important to me to make handles that are comfortable, or dishes that people feel comfortable using. They're sturdy enough you feel like you won't break them, but not so super heavy that you can't carry around a pitcher full of tea if you'd like to do that. It's very peaceful and quiet here, so I hope and I work towards sort of incorporating that sense of quietness and nature and sensuality into the work. Porcelain is a very soft yet really, really hard, sturdy clay, and so I hope some of those characteristics come across in the final product.
Awesome, thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about a little bit more, because you've already mentioned something, but a little bit about what inspires your work?
Oh, and so food is like number one. I love to cook. I just had a friend actually here for several days. She was helping me get ready for this fighting. And every night we made just amazing food, and it was really wonderful. And so when it came time to sort of set the table or pick the pieces we'd eat off of or serve in, that's just such a special part of the meal for me, and an inspiration for trying new ideas. A customer messaged me this morning and was interested in some pie plates. I've not made pie plates before, but that's the inspiration for creating a new form that has sort of my twist on it. The food is definitely inspiration. That idea of quiet and just a peaceful sense of the work. Life can get really crazy and hectic, and I like for my work to be sort of a respite from some of that. So
sounds lovely.
It's very beautiful. So the landscape around here kind of makes its way onto the surfaces, like the leaf design. And there's another one I make that has all these little trees on it. And I'm walking distance from an overlook in the parkway, so that has made its way into the work.
I love how you say you're gonna, your pieces offer a sense of connection with another human being who's made that piece. I feel I'm kind of a pottery junkie myself, and I love, even though it adds more dishes to the sink, I love serving our dinners in beautiful handmade pottery. It just feels like I'm connecting to somebody, especially in this day and age.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I totally agree. I have a full of work from other people, and it's just a joy.
Yeah, yeah. Nope, no two pieces alike.
No.
Yeah.
And especially, I can understand the inspiration from Floyd. It is such a beautiful area. It's gorgeous out there.
Yes, it is.
So connection is one of the things you mentioned, wanting to share through your work. What else do you hope to share through your work?
Definitely that connection. I think, I've heard in some of the previous interviews you guys have highlighted today, that idea of kind of the craftsmanship that the people, all of us work on a lot, several hours every day through the years. And I like, I'm losing my words here. Back to that craftsmanship, and that when you pay whatever that amount is for that particular cup or painting or just piece that has really touched you emotionally, that the effort and everything that went into that piece, when that money is exchanged, that energy is exchanged for that product. I mean, that for me, that's an important that exchange. It allows me to, kind of keep work going and making. So I feel like that those economic choices that people can and are able to make to support artists and craftsmen is really important.
It is a real outlet for so many people to be able to put their hands on something physical and create something incredible and beautiful. Like, what a confidence boost that is. I love creating myself.
Absolutely.
So.
So Wendy, what do you have planned next?
Like in the studio plan?
Mm-hmm. What's coming up next from you?
I always have a list of things I need to make. So sometimes those are commissions from other from customers. Sometimes they're the wholesale orders. So like literally what's coming next are mugs, water bowls, some tumblers, cereal bowls, large pitchers. I mean, I just have my list all ready to go.
Wonderful.
But I also look towards the winter as a time to explore and maybe create some new things for the new year. So there's also that's coming up too, sometime after the holidays, to kind of think about what I want to do next. How do I want to push this form or try a new glaze or something like that?
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here and chatting with us, Wendy. Can folks click on your booth below and chat with you directly after this?
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll be here making mugs, so I can just turn around and talk.
Okay, fantastic. So folks, go visit Wendy in her booth. You can chat with her directly, ask her any questions you have, see her beautiful pottery, buy some beautiful pottery. And thank you again, Wendy.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So we want to check in with everyone. Yeah. How's everyone doing? We are about an hour into our live virtual event. We want to hear from you. If you are on the Booth Central site, you can chat with us. If you are on Facebook, you can also chat with us. If you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. Go visit our artists in their virtual booths. They are waiting for you. They are waiting to chat with you. They're waiting to show you their virtual booths, all their beautiful works of art. They're available until 2 o'clock. So this is really an amazing opportunity for everybody watching to have a chance to talk with over 90 amazing artists. So take this time and go check them out. Our silent auction is also happening. It will be live until midnight tomorrow. We have over 25 works of art available for auction from a lot of the artists that are participating today. So just go to crozetfestival.com. That has all the quick links, and you can check that out. And as we move on in our live stream, I wanted to take a moment to tell you about another one of our amazing artists who is part of our event and part of our silent auction, Lauren from Silverbrook Studios. Lauren is a self-taught artist from Virginia that was always in awe of all the beautiful handmade turquoise and silver jewelry she saw online. Yes.
Yes, I'm wearing my turquoise and silver.
I'm wearing my turquoise
morning.
too.
Oh yes, all the turquoise and
This one's
silver.
from one of our artists, Brecken Guyman.
Yeah,
who has a booth. It's this way. There we go. Beautiful ring. Do you know who made yours? Is
I
somebody local?
don't. These were obtained in a trip to Santa Fe. This is
Okay.
an actual it's my mama bear claw ring.
Very cool. Lauren started researching how jewelry was made and decided to take some metalsmithing classes. And from there, she was hooked.
Check out the beautiful sterling silver fern earrings from Silverbrook Studios that are in our silent auction. Also, be sure to pop into Lauren's virtual booth below to meet the artist and see more of her beautiful work. Coming up on our live stream, we are thrilled to introduce Emily Wool of Emily Ruth Prints, who will be showing us a live demo.
So exciting. Emily began seeing patterns in nature during a trip to the Adirondacks in fall of 2015. The birch bark, the trailing pine, and plants jumped out at her and asked to be translated to patterns on fabric. She was happy to oblige and has been doing so ever since. Emily Ruth Prints plays with colors, patterns, and placement, and is now in the stages of producing bags, pouches, and eco-friendly items for the home. Each and every bag is handmade by Emily.
Emily works out of her studio in Charlottesville, Virginia, very local, where she teaches printmaking classes and shows people how to see the patterns in nature. She believes very deeply in the concept of flow as a technique for finding balance in one's life, and tries to host classes that are supportive, positive, and leave room for lots of creative exploration and questioning. Welcome, Emily.
Hi, Emily. Welcome.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm happy to be at home. I'm actually in Crozet, where I live.
Oh, nice. We're live from Crozet too. So what are you gonna show us today?
So over the past few weeks, I've been making these mini prints or mini stamps every day, just to kind of do a fun, easy exercise and kind of a low pressure way to keep carving and keep creating designs. And when I was thinking about what to do today, I was thinking that it'd be fun to do the Crozet Arts rooster. So just for fun, it's a really nice shape, and it'll just show kind of the basics of carving and the technique that I use on all my bags. So I'll actually be printing on paper, not fabric today. But
I was going to say that's too bad, because then we could buy it and have it for the Crozet Arts and Crafts Festival.
I know. I'll have to figure out how to do that. So I'll have this stamp. I'm going to actually carve it. Well, I'll show you guys. So when I'm trying to figure out how to do this, I have kind of a extra bedroom in our house right now where I'm working. So I'm going to show you my little demo space right here. So these are the designs that I've kind of sketched over the past few weeks, just from hikes and walks and places that I've been around in our, around where we live. And so, yeah, so the little rooster guy, I don't know. Can you guys see this there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'll demo how to carve a little stamp. So I use this stuff. This is called Speedy Carve, and it's a speedball product. A lot of people, when they take my classes, they have bad memories of art class in high school when they used that gray lino and found it really hard to carve. So when I teach, I use this, the Speedy Carve, and these guys, the Speedball lino cutters. So like I said, my general process starts with exploring nature and doing sketches from nature. So as you can see on this, a lot of them are botanically inspired from different plants and mushrooms and flowers and things. but I'll just show the general process of carving. And first, so obviously first I start out with sketching, but then I have to transfer it onto tracing paper because that's what takes the pencil and then what transfers onto the carving material. And don't ask me why that works, but it does. So graphite really likes to stick to this carving material. So what I'll do first is trace. So I just keep a notebook of my sketches. And I'll just trace that shape onto the tracing paper directly. The really nice thing about this process is it goes in double reverse. So I'll reverse this onto my little stamp, and then when I go to print, it'll reverse again. So I don't have to think
to the original.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes so much sense. That's lovely.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
It's really nice.
Really
Sometimes I
wonderful.
feel like printmaking processes can be intimidating because you have to think about them in layers in different ways. But if you're interested in block printing or printmaking, block printing is a really nice way to begin. So there's the little, oh, there he is. Yeah. There's the little rooster. So I'll turn him over onto my pink stamp. And this is just a scrap from other designs that I've made. So I'll just keep around all the scrap pieces. And you can actually get quite a few stamps made out of a larger piece, which is nice. So I'm just rubbing that pencil with my finger. And then here we go.
Wow, that transferred perfectly.
Yeah, it transfers really nice. So that, I know there are, several different methods to do that, but that's my favorite. I think it works the best. And whenever I teach, I think the most intimidating part is the drawing part, like the actually coming up with imagery and shapes. But one thing I do say is by the time you've drawn it and transferred it and carved it and all that stuff, it kind of becomes its own thing. So you don't have to worry too much about the drawing process. So I'll just carve this real quick. Hopefully it'll turn out. I don't want to go over time.
Are you using something like an X-Acto blade right now?
This one is actually the smallest point of those speedball lino cutting tools. So each one comes with different tools that fit into the base, and then you can switch them out for different purposes. So I generally start with the smallest one and then work my way up if I need to take out larger spaces. So this is the smallest one, just a little V shape. And I'm just tracing along the edge. I wish I could show you like directly from above, but it's getting the outline of that shape. So this is how each and every stamp that I print with is made. And since I've been doing this now for about 6 years, I have a lot of stamps. I think I counted them last year and I had at least 90, I think was my count. Thanks for a lot of choices.
What kind of ink do you use to transfer onto fabric versus maybe what you would use for paper?
Yeah, so the cool thing is the ink that I use on fabric works just as well on paper. You have to treat it a little bit differently, but it does work. So I can use that ink for both purposes. Today, I'm just going to be using a stamp pad, just a regular stamp pad. I didn't want to get out all my inks because this table behind me actually acts as my studio table too, and I was really not wanting to get ink all over my products back there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But I had someone join me in the live chat this morning, which was really fun.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Sarah from the Hive in Crozet says hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Sarah is another local artist, and she does amazing pottery.
You know what, Sarah? I don't think I've seen your pottery yet, but we've crossed paths quite a bit, so sometime. And let me know if I'm going over time, and I will do a little stamp just to show.
We have about 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes. Okay. All right. I'll go quick. I should have done a Martha Stewart version and had a
Right,
complete
where you have one halfway completed.
right.
And here's our finished casserole 6 hours later.
Coming out of the oven perfectly, yes.
Right.
Yeah, all right. I'll go quick just to get a little stamp. So this is how each of them are done. And I also do, I've done like a lot of custom wedding logos before. So the same process would go for that. If someone had a specific plant and then their initials and their wedding date, I would carve them their own wedding logo and put that on stationery and gift bags, stuff like that.
That's beautiful. Do you ever sell just the stamps?
I don't. I've never really done that. And I thought the little cork ones that I've been making are really fun. It's a Potter's cider one. But no, you know what? I've never actually sold the stamps themselves. I do have beeswax wrap kits up on my site that have 2 little stamps inside that go with it. So stuff like that. All right. It's good enough. Let's test it out. Let's see. So I'll just tap it into the stamp pad here and do a test. And he's got some like funky things around him, but there we go.
Oh, nice.
That is so cool.
I love it.
How fun. Oh my God, my kids would love to try that out. Maybe the tools are a little sharp for littles, but
Crozet Arts and Crafts Rooster.
Yeah.
There are other ways to make prints too, so there's lots of options. But anyway, that's the process.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Emily.
Of course.
So are you going to be available in your virtual booth for folks to chat with you after this?
Yeah, I am. So it sounds like people need to allow their microphone and their video permissions to enter. So just make sure you guys do that.
Yeah. Go say hi to Emily and check out more of her awesome work. Buy some cool printed patterned things, and
it's a beautiful display you have behind you there. Yeah.
Here's Emily's website if you want to visit that as well. And thank you so much for being a part of our live virtual event, Emily.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, thank you, Emily. That was so cool. Be sure to drop into Emily's virtual booth and say hello, chat with her directly, see more of her lovely work. Next up, we are excited to bring you a live interview with Wicked Bubbles Soap.
Wicked Bubbles Soaps makes handmade artisan soap that will not only get you sinfully clean, but make you feel wickedly luxurious. They also have a variety of other items such as bubble bars, resin art, lip care products, and candles. Welcome Tambra Miller, owner of Wicked Bubbles Soap.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Hi,
Good morning, Tambra.
Welcome everybody to the
we have another friend here.
Let's present the best side of you. There we go.
Yeah, I have one of those that often joins me.
So tell us a little bit about Wicked Bubbles Soap.
So I
can you hear us?
making. Yes. Can you hear me?
Looks like
got more freezing happening.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here, let's try re-adding Tambra to the stream. Can you hear us, Tambra?
I can.
There we go. Okay, better. So tell us a little bit about Wicked Bubbles Soap.
Okay. So I got started. Can you hear me?
I think we have a bad connection here. Let me try adding you again. Let's see if that helps.
Can you hear me?
You're going in and out.
It's strangely reminiscent of virtual school with the children.
Right? We're all getting used to this process of trying to make all this technology work for us instead of against us.
Ouch.
Oh, easy. He's saying hello. This is Bacchus, live from Crozet.
Holding on for dear life, sweet Bacchus.
Tambra, we're having a hard time. Oh, there you are. Can you hear us now?
I can.
Okay, quick before you
freeze again. Tell us about Liquid Soap.
So I got started making soap when I was looking into making bath bombs for my daughter and I, which we both love. And then I discovered the art of making cold processed soap. So I love the artistic freedom and the creativeness of making soap. So I was hooked at that point. So I also work at Blue Mountain Brewery as a director of finance there. So I was moved to make soap out of the beer that we produce there. So,
beer soap.
Cool.
Yes, this is one of my beer soaps. Actually, looks like a little beer. So
Adorable.
that's one of my best sellers. So that's.
Does it smell like beer?
It is fragrance with a Seven Kingdoms ale. It doesn't smell exactly like a beer because that would be kind of weird, but
right.
It does have like a lemony.
It's just my hand soap.
Right. It does. It has a little lemony ale smell. So I make like 4 different beer soaps. So that is one of my best sellers. I also make
able
candles.
to sell it at the brewery?
Yes, I do sell it I work for 3 breweries, so we sell it at 3 breweries.
Oh,
nice.
So I also make candles.
For each brewery?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What 3?
I make one out of lager for Blue Mountain, and then I make a dark hollow one that's our dark beer for the Blue Mountain Barrel House, and make a Hopwork Orange and one out of Satan's Pony for South Street Brewery in Charlottesville.
Nice. We got to try some of those at the Crozet Brews Fest last year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to take one of the pumpkin ales, maybe from Star Hill or something. That would be a fun scented
pumpkin
soap.
Spice beer
Pumpkin
soap.
spice beer soap. Heck yeah, I would buy the heck out of that.
And I also make candles that look like little beers in the glass that you can see the head on the beer. And I've made candles for about 20 years. Most started out making them just for personal use because I burn a lot of candles. So, and then I started making them when I started working at the brewery. I made candles that look like a beer in a glass. So that was how I got started doing that. And I branched out into making resin art. Just found it pretty satisfying, the movement of the color, and love revealing the pieces at the end of the cure, and seeing the final product was very satisfying to me, and envisioning how the final product would be displayed by the person who receives it was very satisfying to me.
What kind of pieces do you make out of resin?
I make sunflowers. I've made elephants. I make little trinket trays. I make a dragon. Yes, I am looking into doing that. That was actually how I got started into making that. But I haven't found a really good mold that would make it shiny. I found dull mold. So I'm looking into making something for a soap dish, basically. Was why I got into looking into that. But I just haven't found a good mold for it yet. But I am looking into that. That was kind of why I got started into the resin art. I've made dragons, which were kind of popular. That's one of my favorites. And also have made, this is my cake stand that I've made. It's one of my recent pieces.
It's gorgeous. Oh, that is so cool.
Tiered stand. And I make little magnets and coasters. I've made some little coasters with stones in them that are little different color stones that are kind of cool. So I also make soy wax melts, and I make them basically how I would like to buy them. I triple scent them. So I love a home that smells awesome, and I make them how I like my house to smell. I don't like those wax melts that don't have an awesome smell, so I like them to last for a few days and smell really good, and I pick awesome scents to go in them. So
Awesome.
the lip products that I make are a result of having a 15-year-old, and she loves her lip gloss and she loves her lip scrubs, as a lot of women do. And I sought to find quality ingredients to put in those, something I was comfortable with my daughter using, and scents that were, or flavors that were appealing. So keep on shining.
I don't think I've ever heard of a lip scrub. Can you tell me more about that? How does that work?
It has sugar in it and argan butter, and so there's nothing artificial in it. It just has
removes any dead
you just
skin
rub
you
it
might
on
have.
your you rub it on your lips, and then it gets all the dead skin off of your lips, and it has them nice and soft and ready for a lip gloss or lipstick, whatever your preference is.
It sounds like it'll be really helpful come winter time when your lips get all chapped and
yeah
prep them to receive that moisture love from your chapstick.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Well, Tamara, this is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about what you do. So where can people purchase your work? I'm assuming they can go to your website, which we have here, and they can come visit you in your booth below after our chat.
I'll be here till 2.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being a part of our live virtual event. And I can't wait to check out some of your beer soaps.
Thank you.
That's really cool. All right. Thanks so much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, Wicked Bubbles Soap. We want to check in with everyone, see how you're doing. We're about an hour and a half into our live virtual event, and we want to hear from you. So shoot us a message. If you're on Booth Central, you can live chat with us. We can respond to you in real time if you have any questions or comments. If you're on Facebook, we can see your comments too. So shoot us a message. Let us know you're listening. Let us know if you've had a chance to chat with any of our artists, if you've found any amazing art today. We want to know.
Who's bidding? Who's out there bidding?
In our silent auction.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Our lovely tech help has been bidding. I don't have the opportunity. I'll bid after we stop, I guess. And it's going
to midnight tomorrow.
Midnight tomorrow.
I'm abstaining from bidding.
Auction. I know. Oh no. There's something about winning a silent auction item that's just gets you jazzed.
But we are trying to meet a fundraising goal of $3,000 with our silent auction. So your bids will help us get there. You can also visit crozet.com to make a donation to the festival. All proceeds from our festival support Crozet Park. And we will tell you more about that a little bit later. But for now, we do want to encourage you guys to go check out the artists, visit them in their booths, live chat with them. They are there waiting for you, waiting to say hello, waiting to show you their work. And it's an amazing opportunity that we have today to do that. It's as close as we can get to the real thing.
Yep.
And, you know, live face-to-face chat is where it's at.
You made a rhyme. RoseFestival.com.
That's right.
Get all the info there. Ow!
Focus.
That's all right.
It's our little helper down here.
Hellion helper.
We also want to take a minute to tell you about a couple other amazing artists that are part of our silent auction and our event. We have this beautiful handmade sycamore bowl here. And this cherry wood spoon, which are the work of Zach from Chrissinger's Cuts. Zach began working as an apprentice carpenter on a farm in the Blue Ridge Mountains a few years ago. And after learning under several skilled carpenters, decided to create Chrissinger's Cuts. After a year of running Chrissinger's Cuts, he felt it was necessary to align his work with our planet's current and future environmental needs and began green woodworking. Zach began bowl turning on a pole lathe. A foot A foot-powered pole lathe allows the user to turn bowls, plates, cups, and more with simply human energy and sharp tools. Since then, Zach has built his own pole lathe, and other than a chainsaw for felling and bucking trees, his work uses no electricity and produces only wood shavings. Zach works only with local, sustainably harvested wood and often salvages parts of trees destined to become firewood. Visit our silent auction to bid on this beautiful bowl here from our neighbor in Crozet, Afton, Virginia, and bid on this beautiful bowl, and be sure to visit Christinger's Cuts website, which we'll pull up for you here, to see more of his beautiful work.
Using just the pole lathe, it's beautiful because it's still got some texture to it. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. All right, next up for you, we have two awesome patent art prints here behind me.
Perfect for the time of COVID. You see that? This toilet paper patent art print.
Yep. These are from Ohio-based Brick House Partners. PJ and Brian Reagan started Brick House Partners in 2008. That back there. PJ's grandfather, Grandpa Sanker, created a legacy for his family with his patents. He worked for U.S. Playing Card Company in Norwood, Ohio, as a lithographer, producing the first bicycle playing cards in the mid-1920s. That's cool. His lithograph machine tended to overheat, resulting in lost production time. Mr. Sanker invented a cooling roller that solved that problem. It became an international standard for lithography machines. Near the end of his working career, he completed a second patent, improving his first creation. Brian wanted to honor his memory with a Christmas gift to PJ. He found both patents, embellished them to the best of his ability, then presented them with the final product. After that, he spent months building up Brick House Partners' inventory from the U.S. Patent Office database of nearly 10 million patent records. That's a lot to choose from.
That's a lot of patent records.
PJ and Brian began selling their patent art in 2016. You can visit our silent auction to bid on these two super fun matted patent art pieces, and go to Brick House Partners' virtual booth below to say hello and see more of their cool work.
Coming up next, we are also very excited to introduce Annika Becker of Annika Becker Designs. Annika loves working with woven cloth. She also loves the freshness and variety of the styles of the 50s. Her dresses are designed in fine linen and cotton with a vintage look. Her goal is to create that dress, you know, the one you never want to put away. So let's give a warm welcome to Annika Becker from Annika Becker Designs. Hello, Annika. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm actually very glad to have a chance to sit down. I was cutting linings, and it's nice to get off my feet.
Awesome. Well, tell us about yourself and about your beautiful work.
Oh, thank you. Well, I got started in this several years ago. I was shopping and I couldn't find anything that I wanted to wear. I was looking for something very specific that was just a skirt with a waistband. And I had learned to sew as a child, and I really liked it. By the time I graduated from high school, I made most of my own clothes. So while I was standing in the store, I said, you know, I can just make what I need. And I think I'll go back to sewing, which I had not done for quite a long time. And once I started again, I realized that there were a lot more things I could do than just make myself a skirt. And I started to get interested in getting more training. And I started learning design and pattern making and fitting and sort of more formal training to start creating my own pieces. And I found out that I really was attracted to the styles of the 50s. There was a lot of variety in clothes then. And it was really kind of the heyday of American women's wear. So I loved going into used clothing stores and taking stuff apart and seeing how nicely it was made, and just started to focus more on the styles from that period. I think I probably told you already, I really love woven cloth. I love natural fibers, and I work entirely in cotton and linen. And this was just a chance to do more of that. So I started more and more of my wardrobe became the things I was making, and then people started asking me where I got the dress I was wearing, and that was when I decided to create a business. So I guess I've been doing that now for several years, but I think really the thing that really changed my outlook on this was when I went to couture sewing school. And that's where you learn the traditional techniques of clothing construction that were practiced at some of the high-end haute couture design houses, Balenciaga. And this is not about fancy clothes. It's about problem solving. It's about learning how to turn a corner as nicely and sharply as you can, to create a pocket that's never going to rip, to create a collar that really hugs the neck and doesn't gap. So I loved learning those techniques. But one of the things that I was surprised by is my classmates, who were really, really talented, were making these fantastic pieces that maybe you would only wear on a special occasion, or maybe even only once in your life to walk down the aisle. Fantastic. And I said, well, what about every day? You know, I think every day is great. I would like to make everyday pieces. So that was where I kind of got focused on making just daytime dresses. And that was a chance to work really shaping woven cloth into silhouettes that create a shape around the body. Pleats, darts, different seam lines, all of those things give me a way to make a silhouette that creates a different kind of dress. So I love doing it, and that's what I'm still doing.
Beautiful. Sounds very feminine.
The dresses are lovely.
Yeah.
And they are perfect for every day. Every day, they make every day special. Tell us a little bit more about what inspires you.
Well, probably one of the big things is what's in bloom throughout the year, particularly in this part of the world. We just have constant color, really from the early spring all the way through the fall months. And I actually have a whiteboard here in my studio where I know what the seasons are going to be, whether it's the cherry blossoms, the azaleas, the hydrangeas, whatever comes along. I really love looking at it. I love color, and I often will create my collection based on the seasons of the year and what's in bloom. Now, sometimes I'll see a fabric that reminds me so much of a place or someplace other than what's outside my window that my designs travel a little bit. Just as an example, a few years ago, I found a really beautiful linen print in different shades of blues and yellows. And it reminded me of Italy's Amalfi Coast, where there's a lot of lemons growing on the hillsides, a very brilliant blue sky, and a blue Mediterranean Sea. And I created a sort of celebratory piece for the lemon harvest along the Amalfi Coast. So sometimes my blossoms travel. But I would say that's the basis for what inspires me, what kinds of things drive the designs. I do usually try and do something for the cherry blossoms because I'm a Washington-based designer, and I love that time of year. So, in fact, I have my latest cherry blossom dress behind me here.
I thought that's what that was.
Yeah. And, actually, that dress is here because I wanted to use it to make a point about dresses for every day. This is a party dress. It's based on the traditional picnic ball gown of the 1950s. It's got a fitted bodice, and you probably can't see most of the skirt, but you can see a picture on my tile.
Beautiful.
It's got a really big full circle skirt. But I went ahead and I put pockets in it. I like
Heck
pockets
yeah.
in my dress.
You gotta have pockets.
You have to have pockets.
I do. I use this dress here to remind me to tell people that all of my pieces have pockets because women need pockets.
Yeah.
So I do like a lot of the traditional designs, but I usually do things to modernize them and make them something people can wear today. My fabric. Sure, go
we have
ahead.
a question for you from one of our viewers. She's asking if you do custom pieces. She says, like Margot, she's very tall. and it's hard to buy clothing off the rack.
Yes, thank you for asking. I do custom pieces, and I'm happy to talk either by email or phone or live chat here. I'm here in Washington, so I'm glad to meet with people and talk with them about custom pieces.
Awesome. What do you have planned next?
Well, I am getting ready to do a 2021 collection that is all about my first visit to Washington when I was 6 years old. And it's all based on a color family and some design motifs of the outfit I wore when I came here for the first time.
It's amazing that you remember that. I guess you have photographs.
I do. I have some great photos taken with a Polaroid swinger.
And what are the colors? What is the pattern?
Well, that would be giving away a lot of.
Oh, okay, it's a secret. Okay.
But suffice it to say that down in my workroom, I have some piles of fabrics that are all candidates for being developed into designs.
Nice. So we have your website up here. Is that where people can go to see your work that's available for purchase?
That's right. I have a number of styles and a shop online at my website.
Okay, great. And will you be available by chat in your virtual booth after we finish up?
Yes, I will.
Okay, fantastic. So people can go there and chat with you directly and ask you any questions they have.
Certainly.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Nothing special right now. Thank you very much. It's been really fun to talk with you. Oh, I did want to ask you about your cat. What is his name?
Oh, this
Bacchus.
This is Bacchus.
He's feeling frisky.
He's keeping us company here today.
Very handsome.
Oh, thank you.
He's a beaut. Strawberry blonde.
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thanks. And super lively. That's the third time he's
he wants to be left alone here.
Like,
he just wants to.
I want to rub on you. Stop rubbing on me.
Be our silent partner here.
You know, I did think of one thing I could mention. I put up a little video actually showing how I made this dress. And it gives people a little bit of a feel for the sketching, the pattern making, and the cutting and sewing that was behind creating this design.
Oh, great.
That's beautiful. Is that accessible on your website?
It's actually right now it's on my tile here.
Okay.
Perfect.
It'll be up on my website shortly.
That sounds wonderful.
All right. So go check that out and go chat with Annika in her booth. Annika. And thank you so much for being part of our live virtual event.
Thank you.
Well, guys, we are halfway through our live event.
We sure are.
2 hours in.
We have one more question for Annika, which is about plus sizes. Please visit Annika in her booth and you can ask her directly. She'd be happy to answer any questions you have about her work. Visit all of our artists that are available for chat. They are waiting for you to say hello, to show you their virtual booths, to take you on a studio tour, to show you a demo. This is an amazing opportunity to be able to do that, to live chat with the artists, to see them face to face, to ask them questions. So be sure to take advantage of that feature of our event. Coming up on our live stream, we have Deborah Young-Lau. But before we click on her live interview, we want to tell you about a couple other amazing artists that are part of our silent auction and event. Based in Virginia, Loki Leather produces high-quality handcrafted leather goods in small batches. Rob Picard crafts each piece in a basement-style shop using only materials sourced from reputable suppliers in the U.S. So visit our silent auction to bid on this beautiful handmade leather wallet, and visit Loki Leather's website to see more of his craft work. And we'll put that link up for you here so you see
the lighting just
Loki
right.
Leather.
Sorry. Does not do this wallet justice. That's beautiful.
All right.
Okay. Coming up next, we welcome abstract artist Deborah Young-Lau. Meditative, dreamy, mesmerizing. These are some of the words that collectors use to describe Deborah's abstract paintings. Inspired by her love of nature and the cosmos, cryptic patterns and forms in her paintings wait to be discovered. They invite you into a tranquil space where you are free to leave reality for a while and lose yourself in the stories you find in them. An accomplished silk painter for many years, she achieved Silk Painters International Master Silk Painter status, quite the title, in 2010. Deborah recently transitioned to abstract acrylic painting with fluid paints and loves watching colors, shapes, and lines come to life on her canvas as she manipulates them with palette knives and compressed air.
Deborah's work can be found in private collections across the U.S. and Caribbean. A native of Trinidad, Deborah now resides in Cary, North Carolina. Visit our silent auction to bid on one of Deborah's beautiful prints, Joy Overflows, which is signed by the artist. And stay tuned as we welcome Deborah for a live interview. Welcome, Deborah.
Hello. Nice to
Hello. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be inside with all my work today because we are pouring rain outside today.
Yes.
Pretty drizzly ourselves over here.
Yeah. Gray skies. Perfect day for a virtual live festival.
Yeah.
So please tell us a little bit about yourself and your beautiful work.
Well, I think you've kind of said it all already, but I've been a professional artist in some form or fashion for about 3 decades now. And my previous work was doing different forms of fiber art. But recently, I'd say in the past 3 years or so, I've transitioned over to abstract acrylics. You know, there just became a time when you knew it was time for a change and I wanted something different. People still ask me, you know, I've been doing fiber art for such a long time, we're doing something totally different now. But it was time for a change. So I've been doing the abstract acrylics for about 3 years or so. I'm inspired, as you said, by nature, by everything from the chaotic undergrowth of a forest floor to the serenity of a stream to waves crashing on the beach. And I am originally from the Caribbean, hence my bright colors. I'm now living in Cary, North Carolina.
So tell us a little bit about how you make your work. It sounds like, what is the process with the palette knives and compressed air? How does that work?
So I'm working with fluid acrylics. So they're like, I'd say like honey consistency. So
Okay.
so while they're wet, they can move over the canvas. And so I paint mostly on canvas. So I pour my paints in different. I start with how I think I might want the painting to look like, and that's how I decide my colors and so on. And while my paint is wet, I can paint with palette knives. I use my fingers. I use newspaper. I use any kind of object I can get my hand on to drag the paint around and form these patterns and shapes that I love to do. And so while the paint is wet, what happens is some colors sink to the surface, others rise to the top. So in the end, when the piece is finished, you see elements of all the different layers. And as the paint is moving and I'm doing my stuff with my palette knife and so on, different patterns get formed, which I really don't have total control over. I do a little bit, but mostly I have to go with the flow and kind of let the painting do what it wants to do.
Marvelous pun, by the way.
Yeah, it's like Christmas morning because I paint in a lot of layers, so it takes a long time to dry. So I will often leave it overnight to dry, and wake up in the morning to a different painting because different things are happening that I couldn't see, and I will end up with different patterns and stuff that I hadn't seen before. Usually the surprises are good, sometimes they're not. But most of the time I get some really good surprises. And so I look at a painting in progress as a living thing. I talk to it all the time. So I will kind of turn it in different angles, ask it what it wants. When I feel that I've heard something from it, that sounds crazy, I know. But when I feel like I heard something from it, I will then used regular paintbrushes to develop certain areas more, or maybe push things to the back, or add some new shapes and patterns. But even with doing that, I'm really following what's already there in the painting, just kind of bringing different things out.
Again, no two pieces are alike.
No.
You couldn't even do it if you wanted to.
I've had people ask me, well, can you do me a painting like such and such?
Yeah.
And
Right.
I swear I would do it in the exact same way as the original one, and it's totally different.
That's all right. You wouldn't want to own something that somebody else owned anyway, not in this format. You'd want something very unique.
Yeah, and I love creating a lot of movement and these intricate patterns that give your brain a little something different to focus on, other than reality, just for a few minutes anyway. Because every time you look at a piece, you will probably see something different that you hadn't seen before. And, yeah, a lot of people have told me that they like inventing their own stories around my paintings. So when I'm painting, I'm seeing things as I see them or hear them. But when you see it, it's all completely up to you. What it says to you.
We have a message for you from one of our viewers. Sharon says, "Hi, Deborah. This is Sharon in Charlottesville, and we used to sing together in Carolina Harmony.
Oh.
Your work has been in her house for 20 years.
Wow, so that would be when I was doing silk painting. And as you said, Sharon, and she used to sing with me, I can see her. I can visualize her.
So I feel like a lot of your paintings are very joyful. What inspires you? What is your inspiration for your work?
Well, I do love the bright colors, and I often paint with upbeat music on, and I kind of move my body as I'm painting to the music, and I find a lot of times it comes out that way. And I really, my objective in my work isn't any like sort of deeper meaning. I just really want to make people smile, to have people to have something that they find beautiful, that's uplifting. Or a lot of times with my blues, paintings that have a lot of blues in them, people find them very soothing, but still joyful, more energizing if I'm using like a lot of reds, like the two paintings back here. But yeah, I guess I'm kind of jumping around and dancing while I'm painting, so maybe joyful.
This adds to the movement.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was looking at the paintings and thinking, I could point, but you can't see what I'm pointing at. The one behind you that's got kind of like some beautiful mustard yellow and teal. I see a bird, and I'm thinking, like, if I turn that upside down, what would I see? So you could have essentially 4 different paintings in one as you turn it around on your wall, perhaps.
It's really amazing how much of a difference that makes. I mean, you wouldn't really think so, but but just turning something on its side or upside down it's really, you get a completely different painting. And a lot of times when I'm speaking to people in the kind of shows that I normally do, which is like your kind of outdoor show that I would normally do, they would tell me that they see things that I would never have seen. So I love hearing what people see in my paintings.
Well, thank you so much for being a part of our live virtual event, Deborah. Will you be available by chat in your booth below?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so if anybody has any questions for Deborah, go visit her booth, go see her beautiful works of art, and go say hello. Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
How's everybody doing out there? Loving these interviews and demos.
Yes.
So much fun.
So exciting to meet everybody, and we're glad to answer your questions and comments on Booth Central or on Facebook. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know if you have any questions. Let us know what amazing pieces of art you've found and who you've had a chance to chat with.
Yep. Don't forget to bid on the silent auction. We are trying to raise $3,000 for the Crozet Park.
You can also donate on the auction website or on our website, crozetfestival.com. All donations benefit Claudia's Crozet Park, which the festivals have supported for over 40 years.
40
years.
This is the 40th year.
This is the 40th year, and the
40th
first
annual.
time we have not been able to have an in-person event in 40 years. So our live virtual event is free, but in lieu of a ticket, we would love and appreciate a donation on our website of any amount.
Big or small, it all
Big or
counts.
small, it all counts. So thank you for those of you that have already donated and bid in our silent auction. We do want to take a moment to thank all the artists. Oh, that's noisy. That truck. We want to take a moment to thank all the artists that contributed to our silent auction, which will be live until midnight on Sunday. Most of these artists are also part of our virtual festival, and you can visit their booths below and chat with them face to face. So thank you so much to All Things Bright and Beautiful Photography. Thank you to Alton Clark Glass. Thank you to Anne's Beaded Jewelry, Bedouin Jewelry, Blue Dog Originals, Breck and Guyman Jewelry Design, Brick House Partners, Camera Shy Cove, Chrissinger's Cuts, Courtney Sievers, Deborah Younglow Art Studios, Dwyer Photography, Hand Painted Wood Puzzles, Handwovens by Mary, Hazel's Fiber Arts, J. Paulette Photography and Design, Loki Leather, Nancy Ross Pottery, Phineas Rose Jewelry Studio, Rebecca Grove Fine Art, Pettigrew Woodworks, Silverbrook Studios, Tracery 157, and Wren Pot.
Almost.
We just have to take the, there we are. All right, sorry about that, folks.
Sorry about that, Chris. So we're going to take a moment to share a little bit about the history of Crozet Arts and Craft Festivals with you. The festival started very small 40 years ago and really grew with the community. Today's award-winning biannual festivals, one in the spring, one in the fall, center on the juried art show, along with entertainment for the whole family. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, this is the first time in 40 years we've had to cancel our in-person event. However, we're very grateful to have the opportunity to bring you this live virtual event and have a chance to connect you with our artists.
And guests.
And guests.
Since 1958, the 22-acre Claudia's Crozet Park has been a centerpiece for the Crozet community. Our park has beautiful views of the Blue Ridge Mountains and is a recreational facility open to all. We pride ourselves in providing a beautiful setting for families to gather for various activities and sporting events. Crozet Park's facilities include a 1-acre lake, the largest outdoor community pool in the county, another truck. Live from Crozet. Soccer, baseball, t-ball fields, youth tennis courts, a large picnic pavilion, 2 playgrounds, and a dog park.
My husband and I moved to Crozet in 2009. We have since raised our family here. It's a unique combination of historic and working farms coexisting with modern day home developments. What started out as a Native American trail, the 3-notched road, evolved into a contemporary culinary, artisan, and local food trail featuring talented artists and blossoming wine and craft beer venues, all set within a picturesque mountain valley. We're so lucky.
We are. It's a beautiful place to be.
Such an amazing place.
We hope that you guys can join us here next year in person and see beautiful, see the park and the beautiful area for yourselves.
We're dedicated to growth. We are a dedicated growth area set on retaining its country charm and values of the arts above all.
Mm-hmm. So we have a special treat coming up for you next. We have a live performance by Chuck Dawson and the Love Logic Band from Richmond, Virginia, with special guests, the Earth Tones. So let Chuck Dawson, formerly of the hip hop band Jazz Poet Society, and the Love Logic Band bring a mixture of blues and soul from their studio into your living room while you shop and chat with our artists. Visit their tiles below, go say hello, go see their beautiful art, and let's welcome Love Logic. Hello, can you guys hear us?
Yeah, can you see me? Look at me.
Yes, we can. Welcome.
All right, let's get this thing going. I can't pronounce your name.
Eva.
Eva. I don't know why I can't remember that. My name is Chuck, and it sounds like something you do if you get sick. So you have an amazing name. So, let's get this thing going.
Let's get this thing going. We're excited to see you play.
All right, America. I'm just trying to get it straight. I'm gonna get it straight. Here we go. Hey, Crozet, how you doing? I'm Chuck Dawes from the band Love Logic. To my left and to my right, Troy Caprita from Earth Tone. We are in Liverpool, as you say. Saturday. With the great biggest studio here in Richmond, Virginia. It's raining. So this is a good time to sit back and chill, enjoy something we usually don't get to do. Act like crazy people for you. I want to say hello to Mr. Chuck Moore, Ron Stokes, Ashley Covington, Ken Frank, Harry Brown Jr., Anthony Gregory up the band all the way, and a bunch of other crazy people who are watching us. So sit back, enjoy the music. All right. All right, people. Let's do this thing. Thank you, Crozet Arts and Crafts Festival, for having us. Still want a t-shirt, though. towels, pots, t-shirts, hangers, whatever you got. That festival going, y'all. Y'all feeling dancing? Let's dance then. I'm having a Cardi B moment. I'm having a Cardi B moment. It goes just like this. I see you walking down that air go bum. I see you story that I think I can be outdone. Oh, I see you so. Placed in the red purse with your home. Your clothes let it go. I'm coming in from the cold. We beans and rolls high. I'm the chair on the front porch. I'm holding the torch for you, girl. Even at the porch. Another innocent episode. But you go to the mode. So tired, so crazy. Get on in between. So tired, so crazy. Get on home and be. Well, when I grow up, what will I be? What will I say? Or will I be free? Yeah, walk down that country road. That place where you better slow. Walk down that country road. One thing that you're better slow. It's too early for blues. I think not, baby. Never. This was called Baby Girl. Baby girl, you got under that roof. Baby girl, you got under that roof. You say you wanna raise me, that ain't no good. I gotta listen to that corner, I'll run you down. How's everybody doing? Everybody's good. Katrina, let me ask you a quick question.
Ask me a quick question. Chuck, why don't you?
Oh, okay. First, let me catch my breath. I'm an older person. I'm not trying to set no records out here. 2020 reminds me of opening the sandwich and thinking you get a delicious tuna and tomatoes. It turned out to be a crap sandwich.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah, 2020 to go.
I hate when that happens.
Yep. What do you miss most in this era that we're in right now?
This pandemic has made me really miss being around people, like going out to venues to hear music, whether it's a small band, a big outdoor concert. I miss the energy of being around, safely being around people.
Mr. Petty.
Yes, sir. 2020, the single most one thing I miss out of it is my family reunion was canceled this year. First time since 1964.
That's crazy.
So check it. Shout out to the family.
Yep. I just everybody when Big Mom used to tell me, Chuck, button that coat, or you gonna catch a cold. Guess what I did? Common sense. I buttoned my coat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Do what you have to do to stay on this planet a little bit longer, because the space from beginning to end is really short. You'd be surprised. I used to be a young person. Yeah, I know. Without further ado, and me talking you to death, Troy and Katrina of Earth Tones, everybody. They're going to entertain us.
Don't have to be beautiful to turn me on. Just need your body, baby, for us still gone. You don't need experience to turn me out. You just leave it all up to me. I'm gonna show you what it's all about. Don't have to be rich to be my girl. Don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. Just want your extra time. Gotta not talk dirty, baby, if you want to impress me. You can't be too dirty, mama. I know how unready. Yeah, I wanna be your fantasy, baby. You could be mine. You just leave it all up to me. We can have a good time. Don't have to be rich to be my girl. Don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. Just want your extra time, your kiss. Yeah. Women like girls rule the world. They rule the world. I can hate mom, gotta choose side, baby. We use this world. Don't have to watch dynasty. Just have an attitude.
Don't have to be rich to be my girl. Don't have to be cool to do my work. In no particular sign, I'm compatible with. I just want your extra time. Kiss. Thank you, Crozet Arts and Crafts Festival. Thank you, Love Logic. Thank you, Chuck, for having us. We are Earth Tones. My name is Katrina. This is Troy. And we are so happy to be here. We are minimal, as you can see, it's just vocals and percussion. But when you think about your favorite songs, probably the two things that stand out the most are the beautiful lyrics, the words that made you laugh or made you cry or made you fall in love or made you get over love, and the beats that made you dance and made you move and match the heartbeat and all the rhythms that we are surrounded by every day. So we like to just enjoy those two small things: great beats and wonderful lyrics. We are Earth Tones. Don't pretend that I intend to stop living. Don't pretend I'm good at living, but I can't hate you, though I have tried. I still really love you. Loving is stronger than pride. I still really love you. Don't pretend that I intend to stop living. Don't pretend I'm good at living, but I can't hate you, though I have tried. I still really love you. Love is stronger than pride. I still really love you. Sitting my time, lying waiting for the sun to rise. It's so clear, things come and go. Sitting here waiting for you will be like waiting for winter. It's gonna be cold. There may even be snow. Love is stronger than pride. I still really love you. Love is stronger. I still really love you. Love is stronger than pride.
All right, Earth Tones, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Aren't they great?
Thank you.
Well, also this afternoon or this evening, Hello Kitty cups. You can get yours here through the Crozet Arts. And no, I'm just kidding. This is mine. This is the only one I have. So, plus the wife will kill me because she likes this. I'm having a hot tea because this morning is not the best time for the vocal thing. But anyway, I also want to give a shout out to Devin Harris. Makes incredible basses. If you get a chance, you can go to Devin Basses or devinbasses.com. And incredible basses. Bashir Martin, Troy and I were in a hip hop band together, Elements of Soul. And we traveled around and shopped the world for a minute. I want to give him a shout out. Haven't seen him in forever. You don't call, so I don't know why. No, I'm just kidding. But you don't call, you should call. Who else? Taki Petty. Yeah, she's and look, and if you follow Love Logic on www.reverbnation.com or Earth Tones on www.reverbnation.earthtones. You can see what we're up to. You know, I'm not doing too many shows. I'm not gonna fall out. Got people laughing at me. I'll stay in the house. So when Eva, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's 3 letters and I can't get it right. Go ahead, you can say it. What? 3 small letters?
3 small letters. You can get it.
Stupid. Dummy. But when I saw the opportunity to get out here and do some things, I was like, yes, this is perfect. Troy is healthy. Katrina is healthy. And I'm somewhat healthy. So there you go. We're doing a show. Also,
we're here. We just want to give you guys the floor.
Somebody's coming through. That's funny. Ronald Stokes, who is an official love head. Thank you, my brother. I hope all is well. Also, my cousin Cheryl Banks, Benita Winfield, Stacey Sheldon, who's a singer. I don't know where she lives now, but we've been good friends for years. And when I met her, we were at the Village, and I looked over, and there was this white chick with a shaved head, and hundreds of tattoos. And something just, the spirit just came into me and asked her, can she sing? And brother, she could sing, like sister sing. So shout out to her. I know she's probably watching. But anyway, we're gonna do some songs that we like. I listen to everything. Katrina, what do you like to listen to?
I listen to everything. I struggled with opera for a minute, and I struggled with country for a short minute, but I listen to everything.
Me too. I just thought I'd do that.
Sometimes the spirit just takes over.
Hallelujah! That is true. We're gonna do some songs that we kind of like. Oh, see, I'm the old person. This is an instrumental. They'll be taking me back to the nursing home pretty soon. This is an instrumental called Baltimore. Today, we shall call it Crozet. called Crozet. All right. Hope y'all like that. I am a bit of a show off, so there you go. Crozet Art and Craft Festival. Katrina, have you ever been to Crozet?
I have never been to Crozet. I heard of the Crozet Arts and Crafts Festival, so that's how popular it is and that's how it's gotten around. But I have never been to Crozet. Went past there, but I'm looking forward to next year's Arts and Crafts Festival. It's so great to be here, and so I want to definitely be in person next year. But I am going to buy stuff. I'm going online and checking out the vendors, checking out the people who have wonderful arts and crafts for us. I'm going to get something really good.
I need a very nice floral ashtray. Troy, have you been to Crozet?
I've never been to Crozet, but I'm definitely want to attend this festival next time they have live action.
Okay. Hey, Katrina, can you do me a favor?
What's that?
I am in the shadows.
Oh, you?
Okay. I don't know how that happened, but
yeah, I don't know.
Now, okay. Oh, now I look crazy.
You look a little Halloweeny, but that's all right.
No, no. I'm gonna get you. I'm going to get you.
Try that one. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
now I look like someone.
Yay! Now you can
watch it go left. Oh, shooka-dooka now. I'm somebody.
Now.
I have been to Crozet, out of the three of us, when I used to be in a work capacity. I delivered for a wine company. And strangely enough, I'm from the city. I actually used to live in Southeast DC. So you expect the worst out of people right away. My wallet, I keep in my front pocket because pickpocket was a craft in DC. I love DC. Lived in Southeast, right on Benning Road. As a matter of fact, my roommate's mother told us if you get lost, if they're not wearing a uniform, don't ask for directions from anybody, because they'll be like, "Oh, dinner is served." But anyway, I said all that to say I was apprehensive about going to Crozet, And when I got there, they didn't know me from a can of paint. They offered me a drink. They talked to me and joked with me. And every time I went to Crozet, it was very pleasant. So I'm happy to do it. I can't remember anything up there. I know it's a Crozet market. And then I saw some kind of furry animals running across the street. It creeped me out. I am from the city. But anyway, enough of that crap. Let's do some more songs. We're gonna do a quick medley, if that's all right with you guys. This is called You Somebody. 1, 2, 3. somebody. Someone like you. Someone like you. Someone like you. Someone like you. I've been roaming around, always looking around. All I see ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. I wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's going to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. And I know, yeah, you gotta leave the young things alone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It was dark September, that day I always remember. Yes, I will. That was the day it must have died. Never had a chance to see him. Never heard nothing bad things about him. Mama, I'm depending on you. Tell me true. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. When he died, all he left us was alone. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. When he died, all he left us was alone.
All right. That sounds like a hippie just now. All right. Peace and love.
I like your British accent much better.
Oh, thank you, Mike. Everybody having a good time? Buy some stuff from the Crozet Art and Craft Festival. They got a ton of good stuff. I'll pass this over. Oh, I need it. Let me set this thing down. I have a ton of bases too. This one's called Oh Boy! Oh Boy! It's an 86. Rudy Cunningham. I doubt if you watch it. But he's like 6'7". He's a big dude. You shook your hand, you knew it. It's like you shake your hand and say, "Oh boy!" You get a word in edgewise. But anyway, Earth Tone, everybody, Katrina and Troy.
Hey. Thank you so much for having us here at the Crozet Arts and Crafts Festival. Thank you, Love Logic, and thank you, Chuck. We are Earth Tones, and you can reach us by Gmail, earthtonesrva@gmail.com. Please reach out and say hi and invite us over. We'll wear a mask if you're having a party, a barbecue, baby shower. If you want my loving, if you really do, don't be afraid, baby. You know I'm with you. Oh, and I could declare, I want to see you with it. Stretch out your arms, little boy. I love you. Ain't no doubt about it, baby. I love you. Thank you so much.
Earth Tone, everybody.
Thank you.
Let's keep this thing moving.
Keep it moving.
Yes, sir. We're going a long time, buddy. So you need to get it in while you can before you get caught. Oh, okay. Let's do a love song because we don't have a lot of time. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's do a love song. The name of the band is supposed to be Love Logic. So let's do this, Johnny. I know that look. I know that look in your eyes. It tells me you feel the way I do. I've known a lot of love from B.A. to the Bay. I ask of you, don't make me lose, don't make me lose, don't make me lose, don't make me lose. Katrina, y'all.
I know it's hard settling down with me. It's not that hard putting your trust in me.
From B.A. to the Bay, from B.I.S. to you, don't make me lose, don't make me lose, don't make me lose, don't make me lose. How many lovers we have out there tonight? It's the afternoon. What's happening? It is afternoon. You know, the great Bobby Womack once said, everybody and everything needs something to love. Me? What I love? Ice cream. Lots of it. Chocolate, Haagen-Dazs. Matter of fact, behind this bench, it's great ice cream. We'll eat that after the show. So, look, what the world needs now, as that famous song once said, is love. Because that's missing big time. So, when you get a chance, tell somebody you love them. Would you do that for me? Please. Don't make me blue. Thank you. All right. All right. How much time are we at?
You guys are awesome.
You can't hear all the applause from
I
home,
know.
but it's
Thank
there.
you so much. That was fantastic.
Thank you. Is that it for us, or we can do one more? Is that it?
We have time for one more.
Okay. Good.
All right.
We're gonna do "Can You Feel It?" because this goes with the climate that we're in. I wrote this about the Boston Marathon on last, and we need to get back to loving on each other. We're all Americans. We all pay taxes. There's a joke in there somewhere. Anyway, we gotta start loving on each other. This is called "Can You Feel It?" That's my thoughts today. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel I'm not greedy. I know that I'm blessed. Still I need overstimulated. Something that says it's okay. It's okay. With a check on its way. A minute morning, each and every day. People are taking over. That's the cost today. That's the cost today. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel Thank you so very much.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys. Thank you, Chuck Dawson. Thank you, Love Logic and the Earth Tones. You guys rocked it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming.
All right, well, that was awesome. Thank you again to Chuck and Love Logic and the Earth Tones. We really appreciated that. And so we want to welcome you back to our live stream. Hello. We're about 3/4 of the way through. We're 3 hours in. We're really glad to see everybody. We have a lot of artists that are available to chat down below. Go to their tiles, click on the chat link, say hello. We've heard there are a few technical difficulties sometimes with the audio. So when you click on the chat, make sure that you allow your computer to use its camera and its microphone so that it can connect you to the artist and they can see you and you can see them and you guys can hear each other. If not, at least give the artist a way to contact you or go to their website and check out what they have there. It should be easy. I think on some browsers, browsers make it harder than others. If you're on Chrome or Firefox, it should work well for you. But if not, let us know. And if there is a particular artist you are interested in, we'll make sure to get you in touch. You can go to crozetfestival.com to send us a message or email us at festival@crozetfestival.com. So be sure to do that. If you have any questions or comments or chats, you can send them to us on Booth Central or on Facebook, and we will respond as quickly as we can.
We're 43%.
We are at 43% on our silent auction.
Silent auction goal of raising $3,000 for Crozet Park.
Yeah. So if you haven't already, please visit our silent auction as well. We have 27 works of art that are up for auction.
Some beauts.
Yeah, there's some amazing things on there. You can go to crozetfestival.com and there's a link to access the auction there. Our fundraising goal is $3,000 for the silent auction, so every bid helps us get there. If there is nothing that catches your eye,
is to your taste, as my children say,
in the auction, please consider making a donation directly to crozetfestival.com. There is a link to donate. All proceeds from our festival benefit Claudius Crozet Park. And there's no donation too small. We appreciate all of it. It helps us reach our goal. What else?
What else?
Oh, we've got some great comments. Amazing. Fantastic. Yeah.
A couple shout outs. Hey, Cecilia.
All right. So a little bit more information for you guys about Crozet Park. The Crozet Art and the festival. The Crozet Arts and Crafts Festivals were started in 1980 to support and benefit Claudius Crozet Park, which is a nonprofit and community-owned and operated park in historic Crozet, Virginia, where we are, live from Crozet. Through the years, the festivals have become a destination for exhibitors, artists, and shoppers alike. The quality and diversity of fine art and handmade craft work is truly impressive and speaks to the reputation the festival has cultivated among the artisan community and the support of dedicated patrons and customers.
The Crozet Arts and Crafts Festival is a tradition for many artists, patrons, volunteers, and entertainers alike. Crozet Arts and Crafts Festivals are held at to benefit Claudius Crozet Park. The park is a community-owned and operated nonprofit recreational facility open to all. The festivals operate with the aid of amazing Crozet and Albemarle County area volunteers who give their time in a variety of capacities during each festival weekend.
Fine art and craft work are at the heart of the Crozet Arts and Crafts Festival, and we are honored to host incredible groups of artists and artisans over the past 40 years and to support Crozet Park. So make sure that you visit. We've got over 95 amazing artists and exhibitors participating in today's live virtual event. Go to their virtual booths below, click on the link, chat with artists, say hello, make a connection, be part of our community, and see the beautiful art they have for sale. Now we want to invite you to learn a little bit more about Crozet Park and its past, its present, and its future.
Before I tell you a bit about Crozet Park, I first wanted to thank all the artists and sponsors who are participating in today's virtual Crozet Arts and Crafts Festival. This is the 40th anniversary of the festival. While I hope we are all physically back together again at Crozet Park for next year's festivals, we are working hard to innovate now to put on this virtual festival. All of the credit for figuring out how to do this in the time of COVID-19 is due to Eva Haar, the park's festivals director. Thank you, Eva. And now, a bit about Crozet Park. First and foremost, Crozet Park is community owned. We are not a county park. And while the park's 22 acres are privately owned by Claudius Crozet Park, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization, park operations are managed by a 15-member, all-volunteer board of directors made up of Crozet residents. Founded in 1957 with land donated by a Crozet family, Crozet Park has been in continuous operation for over 60 years. Many groups in the early years of its founding played a key role in park operations. Groups like the Women's Club of Crozet, the Lions Club, and the Crozet Volunteer Fire Department. These volunteer organizations helped create the environment that Crozet Park still operates within today, with volunteerism as its North Star. From the 2 volunteer days held each year to tackle a variety of park maintenance activities, to the 100+ volunteers needed for each of our arts and crafts festivals, and all the many volunteer parents who coach and officiate at swim meets and ball games, volunteers are critical to the park's success. Although the park is not part of the county's extensive park system, we do have a decades-long partnership with benefits flowing both ways. Albemarle County Parks and Recreation provides seasonal maintenance like mowing and snow removal, and in return, Parks and Rec has first dibs to schedule the Crozet Park soccer and baseball fields. The county also helps with some of our larger infrastructure projects like expanding our parking lots and replacing our outdated playground structures. This private-public partnership has been in place for over 2 decades, and it continues as strong as ever today.
Hey folks, it looks like we lost our connection there for a second. We're going to try to reconnect so we can show you the rest of that video and finish telling you about the future of Crozet Park and all the wonderful things that are coming up there. We are looking toward a very bright future for the park and for the Crozet community. So I just want to take this moment to thank all of the volunteers that help make Crozet Park what it is today, from the work days to the coaches to the festivals. We couldn't do it without our community. And thank you so much to the 15-member board of directors and to Kim Gunther and their dedication and commitment to creating a warm, welcoming, safe, and affordable place for recreation for everyone.
See if we can get that video back up. Not just yet. All right.
Well, while we're trying, we can tell you about what's coming up next.
Coming up next, we're very excited to welcome a live performance by Gina Sobel, who is also one of our artists below. Her eclectic and unique jewelry and accessories spark joy in everyday life. That's my opinion. You can visit her booth, Island of Small Things, to see her beautiful work and chat with her after the interview.
Gina is a natural improviser, a virtuoso on multiple instruments like flute, sax, and voice. She exudes energy and excitement in her live performances and is sought after as a soloist with national and international performers. In her own music, she combines diverse genres to unite elements of funk, jazz, and American folk music into a fresh and compelling sound. Gina is the band leader of Choose Your Own Adventure, a high-energy funk band featuring a brilliant group of musicians that is active in genres across the spectrum, ranging from hip-hop to bluegrass and everything in between.
Gina's improvisation and style is so compelling that she is in high demand across a massive range of genres. Over the last couple of years, Gina has recorded, collaborated, and performed with many artists. She has a number of her own releases, most recently a self-titled single by Gold Sounds. Welcome, Gina Sobel.
All right, so we'll bring Gina up, and then after Gina, we'll try to finish up that Crozet video. All right. Welcome, Gina.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy to be a part of this.
Yeah, we're so excited to welcome you to our live virtual festival.
Thanks. Can you
And
hear
we're gonna
me okay? Is it loud enough for y'all?
We can hear you great.
Great.
Yeah, we're going to hand the screen over to you.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be a part of the Crozet Arts Festival. This is something that I've seen and been to and known about for so long, so it's a real honor to be here as an artisan, but also as a musician. It's cool to be part of a local festival. So I'm just going to play some of my songs for you guys today. And if you have any requests or anything, just let me know, I guess in the chat, or you can let Ewa know and she can let me know. But I'm going to play some original music. So I'm going to start with a tune of mine called Nakadosh. It's about being on the road and about how a lot of times we try to leave where we are to escape things in our lives. But when we get there, we realize we're still us and we still have to figure out those things. So here's Nakadosh. 10 hours on the road, past Capac Hills, wind blown. You can see when the states change, but everything still feels the same. Well, these roads have a disregard for distance, and I disregard the distance, yeah. Went to Amarillo on a folks, they bought us lunch. I told us to see the Cadillacs. We went north instead of that. Well, these roads have a disregard for distance, and I disregard the distance. Maybe California's all we need. We are west, I wanna believe, yeah. Yellow lines down the coast, the rocky shores are full of ghosts. Their voices roar with the tides. We nod our heads and drive and drive. Well, these roads have a disregard for distance, and I disregard the distance. Oh, well, these roads have a disregard for distance, and I disregard the distance, yeah. All right. So yeah, that was my tune Nacogdoches. I recorded that on a solo album a few years ago. The album's called World's Getting Loud, and you can find it if you go. I guess there was a website scrolling along the bottom, but it's pretty easy, ginasobel.com. That was a really fun record to record because kind of tried to make it each song like a soundscape or an experience. So there are tons of layers of guitars and voice. So you just heard the stripped down version of that tune. And I like doing them both. It's fun to do it both ways. All right, I'm going to do an upbeat tune. It's one of the singles from the new album that my funk band, Choose Your Own Adventure, released in, when did we do it? October, I guess. Wait, no. August. We're in October now. Kind of losing track of the time with this little pandemic thing. But anyway, we're pretty proud of it. This song is called Matches. I originally wrote it on acoustic guitar, and then the band took it and we sort of built it into a funk tune, poppy funk tune, which was really fun. But you're going to get the original version right now. Here's Matches. You were right when you said I was inexperienced. Didn't know what I wanted. Didn't know what I wanted. But I smiled and I said, don't tell me what I want. And I got time, so much time. Now I'm not a sad soul, but I cry a lot. Lost between old worlds and wistful thoughts. Well, the road is hard, it can be dark as night. Oh, but we got the matches, yeah, we got the light. Well, the fog rolls in and it piles up, heavy on our shoulders, oh, heavy on our hearts. But we're like birds on a branch with our necks out. We're reaching for the high notes, yeah, reaching for the high notes. Now I'm not a sad soul, but I cry a lot. Lost between old worlds and wistful thoughts. Well, Well, the road is hard. It can be dark as night. Oh, but we got the matches. Yeah, we got the light. Ba-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Well, there are days, there are nights that I will never know. But I got time, a little time. Now I'm not a sad soul, but I cry a lot, lost between your worlds and wistful thoughts. Well, the road is hard, it can be dark as night. Oh, but we got the matches, yeah, we got the light. Yeah, we got the matches, oh, we got the light, yeah. We got the matches, we got the light. Feels like a an appropriate song for this moment. Just trying to add a little hope into what we're all experiencing, which has been pretty crazy. But I'm so thankful for things like these virtual festivals and performances that help artists stay connected with audiences and other artists. It's really, we're very lucky that we have the technology, I think, to continue to stay together, even if we're not technically together. But anyway, I'm really thankful for this. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you go chat with the artists in their booths, because it's really fun to have someone visit your booth, and it's pretty exciting. My mom came to mine. That was pretty cool. But anyway, go take a visit. If you see something you like, it's fun to talk to the artists about their process and everything. Mine's Island of Small Things, but obviously I'm here right now. I'm not at my booth. And my jewelry is kind of inspired by the same thing my music is, by the people around me, by the world around me. I mean, I know that's pretty broad, but before the pandemic, I spent a lot of time on the road as a touring musician, and just it was I was constantly meeting and being in interesting situations with different people, and that's what's inspired a lot of my songs. And along the road, I would collect cool stones and shells and vintage pieces and all kinds of things, and then come home and incorporate it into my jewelry. So it all kind of tells the same story, even if it's two different art forms. I'm gonna play a song now called Gotta Go. This is a song about breaking up with the state of Virginia, which I've done a few times, but I keep coming back because it's home, and you know, it's not a sad breakup song. It's an at peace song, and obviously it didn't really work because here I am. So here we go, Gotta Go. And I'm actually using a traditional sort of Virginian style finger picking on it. It's called Travis picking, where I'm alternating a bass line with my thumb. So he's the bass player, in case he doesn't show up at the gig, or if you're by yourself in quarantine. And then the fingers fill in the rest, and you get this really nice pattern. Not the way you comb your hair or the way you say goodbye. It's not the songs that you sing or the look that's in your eye. It's just that I've been here a while and the day is getting low. Regrets are smiling in my hand, so please don't get me wrong. It's a long road, and I gotta go. Well, it's not that there's somebody else that I would rather hold. I don't wanna hurt you, but I'm scared of getting old. It's just that I've been here a while and the day is getting long. Life is not a frozen sea for us to stand upon. It's a long road, and I gotta go. Thought I'd take a look at you from a far and distant shore, hoping it would turn out I don't love you anymore. Well, you know that I've been here a while and the day is getting long. I will always love you even when I'm gone. It's a long road, and I gotta go. All right. Thank you so much for hanging, for listening. I think I got time for a few more. So I'm going to do a song that I often start with in my live shows just because it's a fun way to get into the groove of things. It's a cover song by a woman named Madeline Peru, and it's called Don't Wait Too Long. You can cry a million tears, you can wait a million years. If you think that time can change your ways, don't wait too long. When the morning turns to night, who'll be holding you by candlelight? Oh, if you think that time can change your ways, don't wait too long. Maybe I got a lot to learn. Time can slip away. Maybe gotta lose it all before you find your way. Take a chance, play your part. Make romance, it might break your heart. Oh, if you think that time can change your ways, don't wait too long. It may rain, it may shine. Love may age like fine red wine. If you think that time can change your ways, don't wait too long. Maybe you and I got a lot to learn. Don't want to waste another day. Maybe you gotta lose it all before you find your way. Take a chance, play your part. Make romance, it might break your heart. If you think that time can change your ways, don't wait too long. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. So that tune, again, was Don't Wait Too Long by Madeline Peru. It's one of those songs that I wish I had written, but I'm glad someone else wrote it. So it's out there in the world. I'm going to do another cover. This is by a friend of mine, Dave French. It's a song called Dig. Dave and I have played in a lot of bands together over the years. And he lives in North Garden and stays in North Garden and hangs out there most of the time. So if you want to find him, you have to go there to find him. And he writes great songs, though, and I feel like they don't get out into the world enough. So when I tour and play shows, I play his songs because I want to share them with more people. So this is a tune called Dig by Dave French. And if you want to check out a recorded version, I think the best recorded version is on the Last Call Gospel Choir's album, Not Gospel. So you can check that out. If you just search for that, you should find it. You can also go to ginasobel.bandcamp.com and it's there. I play a little flute on that one. But, you know, in the studio with that tune, we were trying to get the guitar sounds right and the vocals, and he was recording them separately and it just wasn't working and wasn't feeling right. And then he was like, I'm just going to do it all at once and you guys can figure out the engineering and mixing afterwards. And he picked up his guitar and sat down at the mic and played like the most perfect version of the song I've ever heard, all in one take. So you can check that out. I think it's pretty awesome. All right, here's Dig by Dave French. Wake up in the morning, my heart's ringing red. See, my head is aching and I'm feeling half-past dead. Gotta get up, got to go and leave your warm, soft bed. Work your back to break and just do it all over again. Well, honey, you know that it can feel so long. Just flash in the pan and then you're all gone. Don't you know that river, she runs so clear and strong? Just a flash in the pan and then we're all gone, yeah. You're oh so innocent, don't let them do you wrong. Keep your eyes to the sky and turn your back to all their lies. Well, just jump in the river now, honey, and enjoy the ride, yeah. Well, honey, you know that it can feel so long, yeah. Just a flash in the pan and then we're all gone. Don't you wish your life away? That's the moral of my song. Just a flash in the pan, then we're all gone. All right, that was Dig by Dave French. And now I'm going to do one more original tune to close out my set today. This is a song called World's Getting Loud. It's the title track off my solo album, which you can check at ginasobel.com or ginasobel.bandcamp.com or Spotify or whatever your preferred method is. It's probably up at it. But thank you so much for listening, and thanks for having me here. So here's World's Getting Loud.
there's our sound. Oh no, it looks like we lost Gina. Maybe she got, oh, there she is. We'll put her back again. Hey, Gina.
All right, hey. Do you want
You got bumped off.
Sorry about that. Do you want me to just do that one more song again?
Yeah, we'd love to hear the rest of your song. Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, let's
All
do
right.
it.
Okay.
Okay, so here is World's Getting Loud. She packed her bags today. He quit his job today. Everybody had a lot to say, but they did it anyway. Might not know where, but we're still gonna get there. Might not know how, but I think we're gonna find out. Might not know, but we're still gonna make it home. Hey, oh, oh. Miss the bus to Baton Rouge. Miss the train to London too. Doesn't matter what we do, as long as I'm looking at you. Might not know where, we're still gonna get there. Might not know how, but I think we're gonna find out. Might not know, but we're still gonna make it home. Yeah, oh, oh. Faces blurred along the way. I wonder where they are today. Pieces lost and still unfound. I wish we all lived in the same old town. Ooh, yeah, we're searching for sounds. Ooh, yeah, the world's getting loud. Might not know where, but we're still gonna get there. Might not know how, but I think we're gonna find out. Might not know, but we're still gonna make it home. Yeah, oh, oh.
That was beautiful, Gina. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
That was awesome. Thank you so much for being both a part of our live stream and a part of our virtual festival.
Totally.
Go see Gina's booth below, Island of Small Things.
Yeah,
Yes.
Island of Small Things.
Check her out. You can chat with her directly, ask her any questions you have, say hello, and see her beautiful work.
Yeah, I'm excited to check it out more. I've only briefly glanced at it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Gina.
Thanks,
we really
guys.
appreciate you being here. Bye-bye.
Totally. Bye.
All right, so we are back. Gina was awesome. Thank you so much. It was beautiful.
Voice.
She does.
Yeah.
And next up, we are excited to welcome Wings of Joy Beads and Beyond for a live interview. Wings of Joy offers handcrafted original jewelry for women. Their designs are crafted with a variety of techniques, including chainmail, wire wrapping, beading, knotting, epoxy, crochet, and more.
Based in Richmond, Virginia, Wings of Joy is run by Michelle Heffler and Mandy Haas. After our interview, be sure to visit their booth below and to say hello and see more of their beautiful work.
All right, let's say hello to Mandy and Michelle. Hello.
Hi, ladies. Hi.
Hi, thank you for joining us.
You bet.
All right, welcome. Tell us about yourselves and your work.
Let me say.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I started making jewelry probably about 5 years ago, and it became a wild passion. And I have now made thousands of pieces. The Glass Boat in Carytown in Richmond, Virginia carries my things. And I just love to learn every technique I can. And I'm finally to the point where I can start putting the techniques together. So that's kind of how it started, and it just grew into an obsession. And I loved it so much, and it's become my piece. And then I had it everywhere, so I had to sell it. So
nice.
And I'm Michelle Heffler. I'm a startup business with Beads and Beyond. And Mandy and I came together. Her experience and her mentoring is wonderful. She's got a wonderful company, Joy of Wings. So we just kind of brought Joy of Wings and Beads and Beyond together.
Yep.
Wonderful. Tell us how you make your pieces.
Yeah, that we could be here for a while. If we had time, I'd take you into my sunroom where we have lots of what we call the half-baked boards. We also have half-baked containers and all kinds of things in there. My process is very iterative. So I might be making 10 things at a time, but maybe only 2 of them will be finished today. The rest may not be finished for a year, or they may morph into something entirely different. So, yep, that's
sounds like you get to follow where your heart says you should go at a moment's notice. That's awesome to be able to do.
Yes, that is pretty much sums it up, I think. Yeah, where Michelle is she is controlled and disciplined.
Start, finish, display.
I'm in awe of it. It's wonderful.
2 different personalities coming together.
Yes, very complimentary though.
Yeah, yeah.
I got started because of just recently retiring, and I'm like, oh, what do I want to do? So I wanted to make jewelry, and I started out with one piece that I loved, and I mastered it, and I'm making those bracelets.
Beautiful,
awesome.
Beautiful eye for color. I'm just gonna hold this up real quick. This is one of hers.
Wow, how fun!
I said to her yesterday, even technique can be learned, but an eye for color and shape and variation and putting it all together. It really, I don't think that can be learned. I think that you have that or you don't. And she has an extraordinary amount of it.
Thank you.
I really,
amazing.
I'm serious about
I know that.
Yeah.
What, this is a question to both of you. What inspires your work? Where do you get your inspiration?
Go ahead.
Everywhere. Right now, like I can't shut it off. It's like a waterfall. It started, slowly, and even when I started 5 years ago, probably I was frustrated a lot. Like, yeah, I don't like this place. Spend 5 hours and then it didn't even work out. But I kept going, and after a while, it just kept coming more and more and more and more. And I would say, then I started noticing that the world around me outside in God's colors were so wonderful. That was my first inspiration, the flowers, the trees, And then my latest inspiration, as odd as this is cars, like vintage cars. How they remake them and they look so cool with like the chrome and the colors, the reds and the blacks. And that's how these new necklaces came about that I've been carrying. You can kind of see them here.
Very beautiful.
They're made with metal beads, and they have, I always think of those vintage cars, and every time I see one, I think of the necklaces.
They're beautiful. I was inspired. Mine is definitely going to be color. I feel like right now I love to take my beads, lay them out on my mat, and work the colors, and then it starts clicking, and then the technique is there, but color is my inspiration.
Very cool.
Wonderful. What, where you mentioned one store in Richmond that carries your work. Where else can people go to see what you've made and have for sale?
Mandy has a website. Since I am just a startup, I will have my site in a matter of days. But right now on Mandy's website, you'll see all her beautiful work, and some of my pieces will be on there. It's the website.
joyofwings.etsy.com, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yep. And I have literally hundreds of pieces that I am still posting. And I will be posting up probably through the end of November. So
check up frequently.
Yeah. I'm kind of putsy, a little bit slow, even taking pictures and posting. It has to be just right. So there'll be a lot more coming.
Okay, great. Any clues as to what's coming next? What kind of work you guys will be putting up soon?
I would like to start. I need to show you something. So I walked into this little booth we made. This is one of Mandy's pieces. I don't know.
I had noticed that. That's beautiful.
There we go.
There's an antique fur pin with the clip on the back.
Yep.
And I put it on my neck, and I don't think I can ever take it off. She has unique pieces from me, and I'll let you tell them about it. But for me, I do memory wire bracelets that are also rosary bracelets. So you can say the rosary to the beads, and I have cards that come with it. So this is one of my pride and joys with the bracelets, and you can use it as a wire wrap or say the rosary to it. Go ahead, Mandy, tell about some of your pieces.
I love these bracelets too. I played with them all day yesterday. My pieces, well, I guess what is just people will find, everybody says you have to be consistent, right? Especially in business, you have to be consistent. Well, that's just not how I roll. I'm never going to. And I finally just accepted that I'm not going to be able to make two pieces the same, probably. It's just not my deal. So literally, my pieces are everything from what you saw earlier. I do things like this. I happen to be working on these right now. These are hand beaded. Whoa.
Wow.
It's kind of funny here. I think I should go this way.
It's opposite of what you would think it would be. Yeah.
Yeah. I have some on, so you can see, I don't even know what I have on here. This one is a garnet and fluorite. It's a combination of tiny, intricate beading, wire wrapping. I hammer and make my own brass rings, pearl knotting. I do micro macrame, little tiny earrings that are like the big plant holders,
Yeah, but tiny, yeah.
So, I mean, it's across the map, so you never know really what's going to pop up on my website, and I actually don't know either.
Not yet until you've created it. Sounds like
you determined.
A fountain of creativity spouting from your brain at a constant rate. It must be exhausting.
If it weren't such a blessing and so much of my piece, it would be exhausting. But I get up at 4 a.m. and I'm ready to do it every day. I love it.
Wow.
Lucky for us.
Yeah, we can't wait to see more of your work.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm going to put your website up here one more time so people can go visit it. And can folks come chat with you in your booth below?
Absolutely.
Okay,
we love
great.
And we can show you some more that I haven't posted if you're interested in some of the things you see on the site. And also, can you grab one of your mommy and me bracelets?
Oh, yes.
I just want to make sure that people see these because they are so precious.
Oh, no.
Look at these.
These are made to order. I can't get it.
Oh.
So this is the mommy bracelet, the matching one for the baby or the toddler. It has extensions on it to grow with the toddler.
Oh my God.
Toddler.
That looks like it would make a perfect holiday present.
Yes. Such the stocking stuffer.
Yeah, and I love to say it's made to order because the mommy that has 2 or 3 daughters.
I was going to say, I would need 2 daughters.
Yeah, and so you all have to have matching bracelets, but how about grandma and me? Let grandma get in on it with the baby.
Yeah. Those are so cute. I did not want to go without showing those quick.
Yeah, those are super cute.
I love it. Well, thank you both so much for being a part of our live virtual festival here, and I hope folks go visit you and chat with you directly and buy your beautiful products.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
All right, well that was some beautiful work from Beads and Beyond. And we are going to take a minute now to show you the rest of that video we have from Crozet Park that got cut off earlier. So you can see the end, and then we'll come back on, and we have one more awesome musical guest for you. The stickers will be on after that, so stay tuned. Visit our artists below in their booths, say hello. They're waiting to chat with you. They're so excited to chat with you. Don't be discouraged by the permissions it asks for. It's just so your computer can access your microphone and your web camera so the artists can see you and talk to you. I know it looks a little bit scary, but really it's not. It's just enabling the chat like you would on Facebook or FaceTime or Zoom or something like that. So go do that, chat with artists, say hello, visit their virtual booths, and we'll be right back after this video from Crozet Park finishes. All right, guys, we are having trouble with that one. We will try to play it again at the end. It's actually just about a minute left of it, but we want to show you.
It's like a flashback to school days, like at home virtually with the kids. Like, Zoom, I can't hear you. Turn off.
Well, it's just how it is. It's just how it is.
Now.
We're all used to it. I think at this point, just roll with it, and we do the best we can. So let me take just a minute to remind you, go visit our artists, say hello. They're waiting for you in the booths. There's close to 90 artists here that are excited to chat with you. So
it makes their day to be able to answer your questions.
It does. It does.
All right. Well, coming up next, we have another musical guest for you, the Stickers. They've quite quickly become a solid name in the country music world. Hailing from Western Pennsylvania, the band has become known for their high-energy country.
Born in Crozet.
Oh, were they born in Crozet? All right. Known for their high-energy country rock shows and catchy songs that have taken country music fans by storm.
So sit back, do some shopping, get a head start on that holiday shopping, and enjoy this special performance by the Stickers.
Hey, Crozet Art. I'm Joe. This is my brother John. We're from the Stickers. Wish we could be with you right now. We were really excited to come down and spend some time with everyone down in Crozet, being it's a place that we grew up when we were little and spent a lot of time as a family visiting. So we hope to see you real soon. We have a lot of fun stuff planned for you. I'm going to let John talk to you for a little bit.
Crozet. We were so excited when the schedule came out and we saw Crozet live on our schedule. We were like, oh my God, we get to go back. Joe and I grew up there, growing up as little kids. We got good family friends down there. Our dad was in the Army. He became friends with a fellow down there in the Army, and our families became really close. And we adopted another brother, our big brother, Alan Toms, over at Jenkins Automotive. You know who I'm talking about. He's there in that town. And Mark from Star Hill, we've drank many of his beers together, and we love being down there. And we're so sorry that this summer just isn't going to work. I even brought some props from our youth. Joe, this will show you how old that
this was an Alan Tom special that we got for Christmas one year. So
the history goes back, as you can see. This is probably what, circa 1975, 78, somewhere in there.
Back a little bit, but we wish we could be with you.
I brought one other little thing here, an Alan Tom special. Look at that. That's a penny. Do you remember this when we went up in the mountains of Mrs. Tom's? We're eating some fresh apples. I'm sorry, food always comes back to me. We were eating peanuts and fresh apples, and we were shooting pennies.
But you know that shooting pennies is illegal.
Oh, here's the casing.
Well, it wasn't a penny. It's out of here. Anyhow.
We hope you enjoy what we're going to bring to you today, and we're so sorry we can't be there, but we look forward to coming back next year.
Absolutely. We wanted to do a live performance for you, and our apologies, our guitar player, Mike Ofka, who is part of our family we love so much. He's been under the knife and had to have some surgery on his hand. So what we've done is we've compiled a lot of great videos for you. Our COVID quarantine concert that we did, we're going to take a performance off there as well when we are in different states, and we all perform from our homes. And just let you all know we're thinking about you. We hope to see you real soon. God bless you, Crozet.
And just to feel like we were there, we got on the bus today to feel like we were coming down to Crozet. So thank you, Crozet, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
See you soon. This is the stickers coming to you. Everyone's going to be in their homes. We wanted to send you out a little something. Stay healthy. Can't wait to see everyone out there soon. God bless you. Be safe. Here's some country fire. Hey, city girl, you pretty girl. Chain her, Conway, twitty girl. And if I'm gonna let you in my world, that's gonna have to change. I'm talking trade your shoes in for boots. Put them jeans into pants. Once it shows you how we do it, you'll never be the same. Let's get some southern in your pie. Get some Georgia on your mind. Keep you rolling with the times. Gonna get you country vibe. Put some y'all in your mouth. Put some twang in your mouth. If you wanna be mine, gotta get you country vibe. Hey, listen, girl, my mission, girl, is to take you creekside fishing, girl. We can even do some kissing, girl. That's okay, I take you on the top of Hellraiser. Get all rainy drafts, kind of crazy. Come Sunday, we'll be amazing grace. Yeah, what you say? Let's get some sun in your pie. Get some Georgia on your mind. Keep you rolling with the tides. Gonna get you country vibe. Put some y'all in your talk. Put some twang in your rock. If you wanna be mine, gotta get you country vibe. Country vibe. Hey, city girl, you pretty girl. Chain her, Conway, twitty girl. And if I'm gonna let you in my world, it's gonna have to change. Let's get some sun in your pride. Get some Georgia on your mind. Keep you rolling with the tide. Gonna get you country vibe. Put some y'all in your talk. Put some twang in your rock. If you wanna be mine, gotta get you country vibe. Gonna get you country vibe. Y'all talk. Twang in your lawn. If you wanna be mine, gonna get you country vibe. 2, 3. If you're reading this, my mama's sitting there. Looks like I only got a one-way ticket over here. I sure wish I could give you one more kiss. War was just a game to play with kids. Laying down my gun, hanging up my boots. I'm up here with God, we're both watching over you. So lay me
down in that open field out on the edge of town. Oh, my soul, it's where my mama always prayed. If you're weak, I'm already home. If you're halfway around the world, won't be there to see the birth of our little girl. I hope she looks like me. I hope she fights like me. Stands up for the innocent and the weak. Laying down my gun, hanging up my boots. Tell Dad I don't regret that I follow in his shoes. So lay me down in that open field out on the edge of town. Oh, my soul, I'm already home. Come a day, you move on and find someone else. That's okay. Just remember this, I'm in a better place, where soldiers live in peace and angels sing amazing grace. Lay me down in that open field out on the edge of town. Oh, my soul, it's where my mama always prayed that it would go. If you're reading this, I'm already home. I'm already home. Out in the headlights, around the bonfire, where everybody gets loose around midnight. Taking the edge off, the cooler's ice cold. We got CCR swamping through the radio. Alright, come get you some of this good life. Head on over if you feel like. We keep it going on all night. Turn it on up, drink it up loud. Get a little wild, hell bent right now. This is how we rock, this is how we roll. Straight up southern, right down to the bone. Everybody sing. It's a family thing and there ain't no doubt. Throw your hands up if your country proud.
All right, that was an awesome set by the Stickers. We did have to cut them off a little early because we are running out of time. We have 2 minutes left of our live virtual event. We will have their whole performance up for you on our YouTube channel, and I'll link to that later, both on our website and on our Facebook page. Thank you so much to the Stickers. And we want to thank everyone who joined us today for a very special live virtual arts and crafts festival. Thank you so much to our amazing artists and exhibitors. We hope that your customers visited your booths and said hello and that you made lots of sales. We hope you had a chance to chat with a lot of folks, and the artist tiles that you see below will be up for the next few weeks, including links to artist websites. So if you didn't have a chance to buy something today, you can come back and still view the artists. Also, if you saw something you loved, tell your friends, share it with your friends and family, tell them to come back, check out the tiles. You'll be able to see the videos the artists have uploaded and the samples of their work. And they'll even be able to watch a replay of this live stream. So tell them to come check it out.
Thanks to all of you artists who showed their support by donating works of art to our silent auction, which will be live until midnight tomorrow. Make sure to check that out. Holidays are coming, friends.
We are almost 50% done with our fundraising goal, so we're hoping we can reach that goal tomorrow by midnight. We need your help and support.
Thanks to everyone who participated in our live stream and was willing to be interviewed or show a demo of their work. Thanks to our musicians, Kim and Jimbo. I'm sure they get that all the time. Kim and Jimbo Carey, Gina Sobel, Chuck Dawson, and the Love Magic Band. Love Logic, Love Logic Band, and the stickers.
Thank you so much to our sponsors. We appreciate your ongoing support. Thank you to WTJU, the View Apartments in Crozet, Stanley Martin Homes, Charlottesville Family, Wine and Country Life, the Charlottesville Welcome Book, Monticello Media, the Charlottesville Radio Group,